Episode 16 of the Henny Cool Brothers, and with me today we have two newcomers and one old head here with the beanie. But I want to introduce the newcomers first. I appreciate you guys coming on first of all. So we start with my boy, Mr. King. Welcome to the Henny Cool Brothers. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Welcome.
Of course. He said that's all I got. I was waiting. I was like, And then up next, we have my homie, my friend, Mr. Randy Troy with the suave hair. How's it going, bro?
Savage.
Came prepared.
Came prepared with the tech.
I gotta get me one of those.
I need that. I need that. That's
I like that.
I'm over here like Kanye at the VMAs, man. Just hit my MPC.
Listen, you doing the right thing. That's a legendary performance. But it's nice to have y'all here. Also, Brother Brago.
Hello. How is everyone doing?
Welcome back,
What's up, big movie?
You know, we're still mad. Here, we're mad at you. You know, we don't like you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't doing nothing. I was just putting the news out there.
That's cap, bro. Nah, but you see, the problem is,
fucking guy.
You see, with my video, I was only capping for 2 minutes. You was capping for like 7 minutes straight.
Bro, I was just reading in front of
everything.
me. I was just reading what was in front of me. That's it.
You got me hyping everything. Oh, he might be connected to Garb. Like, oh my God. I was like, nigga.
I had to have the layers there with the link and everything because it's April Fools. We had to do all that. So, you know, we did it. We did it right. Okay?
Ridiculous. But my brother Virgo, what's up, man?
What's that?
How you doing?
It's your boy Prototype Virgo here, per usual. The other half of the Henny Cool Brothers. What's happening, people? I'm ready to get it. I'm ready to get it. Got a gang here with us. I love it.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited to have this one for real, honestly. It's always nice to have newcomers in general. So normally how we start off with newcomers, we ask about the YouTube origin story. That's something that Brother Virgo has implemented recently. So King or Randy, you know, don't all talk at once, but let's hear this origin story. How'd you guys start? Who inspired you?
I could go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to me, baby.
You know what? I actually saw one of Randy's videos way early on when he made the One Piece video. And that was in the middle of quarantine when I was rewatching One Piece, which is pretty much how all this started. Back in April, it's almost a year now at this point when I started the channel. Pretty much, you know, school went virtual. The part-time job shut down for a month. All the internship for the summer kind of shut down as well. So I was like, I ain't got nothing to do. So might as well, you know, just bum around, watch some anime. Started rewatching One Piece and then kind of just fell back into the series. Wano was getting hype. I think we just came back from the Odin flashback. So I was like, you know what, I want to talk about the chapter. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. People are actually watching this shit, right? so I was like, okay, let me make some more. Got back into it a little more and then had a couple videos pop off and now we're here.
Love to see it.
Yeah, man, we've been seeing your progress, bro. You're doing great. You're balling out here, man. Good shit.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Young King, love it.
And Mr. Randy, should I play the Godfather theme music or what are we doing?
So I mean, my origin story is that's a story and a half, man. Because I mean, like
we got time.
I actually had a YouTube channel where I did One Piece stuff like back in 2005.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, when YouTube first started. But I kept using anime clips, so they took my shit down. And then I was like, all right, you know what? I'm done. But then life, you know, and all kinds of stuff. But I was one of the original admins on Arlong Park way back. You know, helped start that.
Okay.
I did Kaiser fan subs. I was part of the team there, doing quality control, making the font stance, all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I've been heavy in the community for going on 19 years now, I'd say.
Yeah,
and then I really took a step back from the community for, you know, like I'd say like the mid 2010s. And then I started like making my way back. I want to say probably 2017, 2018. I started like watching a lot of like One Piece YouTube and stuff like while I was at work. And then I'm always like trying to spread the good word of One Piece to begin with.
As you should.
I'm trying to get people into the show and everything. And one of the big things was One Piece, right? So that really brought me back into the fold, because when Thriller Bark was airing weekly, I couldn't stand the pacing. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just read. So I just started reading for a while. I came back, like, all right, let me see how they did this moment. Let me see how the, Sabaody stuff happened. Let me see this. Let me check this. Let me watch a couple of Marineford episodes. But then when One Piece really started getting to a certain point, I was like, all right, let me go back. I'm going to do a full rewatch. I'm going to just go at it. Okay. And then I was like, this is the definitive way to watch it. That's how I felt. So I started like trying to get people involved with that. And then it was too complicated to explain it. So I was like, you know what? I have a film degree. I work in the film industry. Let me make a video.
Fire.
And then that's what I did. So I made the video. That kind of like blew up, especially in the pandemic. Okay. But I got a lot of comments that were like, hey, like, do you want to like talk about the chapter and do stuff like that? And I was like, I mean, I never thought about me doing that, but you know what? I need a hobby. So
fair enough.
I feel like that's how I went for a lot of guys.
It is.
Like, I just kind of like, I was putting theories on Reddit and stuff like that. I was like, all right, you know what? Let me make a video. And then, I gotta shout out Brago, because, you blasted that law theory. You got me to 1,000 subs.
That's fire, man.
Hey, man.
That's fire. I love that.
Oh man, I remember that. I was around for that stream actually.
If anyone is the godfather of the One Piece community, it's definitely Brago. I'll say that. He just
Don Brago.
Don Brago. I mean, listen, you have a channel.
Brago?
You got a channel called Don Brago.
You have a channel called Don Brago. Go subscribe.
We do have a channel called Don Brago.
For those of y'all that have been waiting on Brago to drop Dressrosa for like 7 years, he actually has a snippet from Dressrosa on Don Brago.
It is
on Don Brago. Go look at it. I'm not joking, right? It's April Fool's, but I'm actually not bullshitting. I swear to God.
2023, we dropping it.
2023? Okay.
Yep. And in 2023, on the same day, to show that I can have better album sales, I'm dropping
1st,
Full Body.
2023,
Full Body.
And then I'll drop Sad Season.
Sad Season? Okay.
Sad Season, okay.
I'm here for it.
I gotta start working on my album now. I don't know what the title name is yet. Maybe
bro. It's gonna be called
Fraud Father.
The Fraud Father. There you go.
The Fraud Father. What else?
What else could it be?
Oh man.
Jesus.
The Fraud Father.
Now, Brago, interestingly enough, I don't think I've actually heard your origin story with the amount of times I've spoken to you, which is shocking. How did you start?
Honestly, I had nobody to talk to, man, about One Piece. Because people weren't messing with One Piece.
This is how it be.
Everybody thought One Piece was whack. It was all about Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball.
I remember those days. You're right.
Right?
I
So it was
that
just
on a
like
spiritual level, my man.
So that shit was rough, man. So I was like sitting down talking to myself about shit, like theories, going over that shit in my head. So then eventually I just picked up and started recording. And of course I was watching, King of Lightnings, Double Four, Sawyer for Neverworld. And then they would say shit I would disagree with. So then eventually I was like, all right, let me just make a video. And, I always keep that video up because it's so trash. So I go back to it sometimes to make myself feel better in my progress. It's so bad, bro. It's really so bad. But
so,
but I really just didn't have nobody to talk to. Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's bad. It's bad. It was just nobody to talk to, bro. There's nobody to talk to. So I just want to get my thoughts out there. So then I just one day just did it. And then, the shit was fun. I got like, it took like a week, but then I got a comment. Like I was hyped.
Yeah. That first comment be hitting, bro. Okay.
I was hyped, man. That first comment, I was like, oh, we about to go crazy.
He said, we got friends.
About to go crazy.
We about to blow up. Okay.
Watch out, Sawyer. You know what I'm saying? Then when I got 100, I was like, it's over. It's over. 100 subs?
Bro.
But nah, it was good. It was a great. I really enjoyed just like the journey, man. The journey has been just so amazing.
Yeah,
and that's been fire.
That's awesome, man. Honestly, I mean, look where you at now. You know what I'm saying?
We're doing a little something.
Doing a little something. Okay.
Yeah.
Showing the fan base. Yeah, but it's interesting you say that because I very much remember the first person I ever saw in my chat when I did the stream. And that anxiety I got immediately. It's like, I got to make sure this nigga stay or it's over. Like my career is over. Like, you got to stay.
No, but the crazy thing is that first dislike, though.
Yeah.
That first dislike.
Yo.
Takes a while for that.
It does.
I'm like,
what did I do?
What did I do?
You got like 50 subs,
negative
right?
comment,
So at this point,
he was like, give up, bro. Like,
I mean, at that point, you don't know. It's like it's one of y'all niggas. I'm like, it's one of y'all
it's gotta be yo.
Brings down the ratio like 20%.
I'm like,
yo,
come
for real,
on, bro. Like, what didn't y'all like? You
What
hit it that
was it?
much? You had to hit the dislike button. You can just comment and say something.
You can't just support somebody, bro. You don't see me fighting out here. Come on,
man. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. And then everybody remember the first copyright strike.
Ooh, that was scary.
Oh, no, I'm still good.
Oh, you never got one?
Hey,
No,
man.
Just give it time. Just give it time. Give it time.
You
You'll
don't
get one.
want that.
You'll get. I don't want to wish it on you, but give it time.
I only have one. I didn't know better. I played Drake. That was my biggest mistake.
Oh, you tripping?
Copyright.
Play Kendrick.
Oh,
It was rats.
copyright.
I mean, back then I used to play like One Piece OSTs and that shit. So
See, they didn't even give me a chance in 2005. They just took it down.
Just one more
like
channel.
your channel or your
Terminated
video?
channel.
The
Wow.
whole channel that I had, because it was like they went through my channel, found however many videos it was, and then just flagged them all at the same time, and I just didn't have a channel.
Damn,
she
bro.
lost
They
my
was like,
channel.
fight back.
Yeah.
I lost my channel in 2015, actually.
Ooh,
What?
That's it.
really?
Yeah. Right after I hit 100 subs, I did a Watch Mojo video. A Watch Mojo like reaction. In the morning, I woke
Watch
up.
Mojo's goons.
Yeah, I had like 6 emails. 3 of them were copyright strikes, copyright takedowns.
Damn.
Like the same video.
What?
And I lost my channel. Yeah, bro. I lost my channel. I was mad as hell.
Never heard this.
Yeah, I lost my channel. And then the same time, One World HD, he lost his channel too.
Oh, okay.
So then we kind of connected through that, where we went on like I think it was a Reddit or something, and we put a complaint in, and then somehow I got my channel back, but my channel had gotten deleted. And then that's how I found out that if they delete your channel, they delete all the other channels associated with it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That I didn't know.
I did
By
not know that.
association?
That is scary.
Took every other channel associated with the same email. They took
Randy's
it
getting
down.
rid of association to his old channel as we speak.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I had to for all my channels. I got different emails.
Hey, cut that part out of the video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get that out.
cut that out. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I literally just got rid of my 2 copyright strikes like 3-4 days ago. So that's kind of wild. That
Is
is
it solo level?
Copyright
Solo
strikes all
level.
the time.
Yeah, solo
Solo
level.
level, yeah.
They are never, ever getting a cent of my time again. Ever. They lost me. They lost me completely. I have not read a chapter since, man. That
My
is-
Roger was just like, nope.
Yeah, Roger's done with it too. So
I saw Roger say that he's like, I saw like a piece like you guys had one
you
chance.
have one chance.
No, yeah.
I was like, damn, what they do?
Roger is so funny, bro.
He got hit with a 10 out of 10, bro. He
That's
probably
what
got
I'm
hit with 10 out of
saying.
10.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
YouTube know how to make you feel like shit though.
They
That
do.
10 out of 10.
Facts.
You be like, damn. Y'all hate that video that much? The last? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you got it. My bad. Sorry.
Cool.
Hey, Jay, I do remember though in the beginning you were doing stupid shit with your channel.
Okay, so like, so there was one time, right? All right, listen, there was one
Bring it
time
on.
I did a Don't Sing, Don't Dance challenge with my chat, right? And we was doing like one. Stop! Don't laugh at me. We was
know
doing. We was doing. We were doing One Piece openings. I was having a great time. You know, I was drinking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little reckless. And then after that, we just started going on like a culture trip. So I was like listening to old Disney theme songs like Jake Long, the American Dragon, and Cartoon Network theme songs, Pokemon. I was just going wild. Sony bodied me. Like they finished me. Like they was like, nah, we're not gonna let you get away with this. So like they finished me. And ever since then, I've never played with Sony again. So that's like, that was one bad one. And then the other one's Jesus Christ. All right, so let me just stop the stream because I've been gifted quite a
Yeah,
bit of subs.
they're throwing it at you, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to just.
You got to
Trying
twerk
to
now.
twerk something.
I can't. If they give 20 more subs, I'll twerk. I promise.
What?
I heard him.
That's it.
I heard him. Fuck,
Jay.
hey, I got you. Hey, I just got stimulated.
Wow.
All right.
Dog.
He said what?
20 subs, that's it? Yo,
20?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Y'all heard the man, 20 subs.
y'all know what to do.
Yo, what to do? Before
Y'all know what to do.
all I'm saying is, listen, y'all setting yourself, you're setting a trap. That's all you're saying. But shout out to Vito Knight with the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Of course. Shout out to Stebo. Well, he was gifted a sub as well by Blitz Lord. Shout out to Abdel, gifted a sub to Shadow. And shout out to Slice Wins with the 20 gifted subs. He just gifted, what was it, 10? 10 and
Shout
then
out to
5.
Slice Wins.
Yeah, Slice Wins is going crazy. I appreciate you, man. So
Stimulus check came in, huh?
yeah, the stemmy must have came in.
Slice Win got a stimmy, boy.
That's what I'm saying.
I see you, Slice.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast. So let's talk about last chapter and honestly the chapter before, because we haven't done one Henny Brothers in the last 2 chapters. So
I blame you.
listen, man, I feel like timing is perfect. And what do you know? I ended up having Henny Brothers when King had a chance to actually be on a Thursday. To me, this was strategic, so it worked out. I've been trying to get him on for a minute. He knows that. He knows.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we get everybody here.
So, just a quick question. How did you guys feel about the Odin reveal at the end of the chapter before we found out who it really was? So, like, the end of the Chopper chapter.
Saw Randy smirk.
I just need to know. I need to know your thoughts and feelings in the moment, not the educated thoughts you have now.
I want to hear Randy.
But I was like, I wasn't entertaining anything else. I was like, this is obviously a Conjuro drawing. That was it. Like,
Agreed.
you can go and you can go and check my videos and all that. I pretty much like, I don't know. I had the most wins that I've ever had predicting what was going to happen in the next chapter.
As you should.
I said it's a Conjuro drawing. Someone's going to get stabbed. It's probably going to be Ashura Doji.
No way.
He said that I was like, he's probably even going to say that Toki sent him to the future. Like, all of this is going to happen. And there were no spoilers out. Like, there 2 weeks. That video, just let it breathe for 2 weeks.
You're getting buddy
like a glass of wine. Let it breathe.
I had to go hard on the intro because I get comments that are like, "Yo, I'm waiting for you to get an L, man. You just predict this shit way too much, man." So I blasted this guy out. That's it. I'm just waiting for you to get an L, and then I just danced all over it.
He'll be back though.
He will be back. You just inciting him. He's coming for you, bro.
Yes,
I promise.
He'll be back when you finally catch it. He'll be there.
The law of averages. The law of averages. All right, the L is coming, but
they won't care.
They won't. They're gonna bring his homies. They're gonna bring his homies too.
You know who also is not gonna care? Me.
Fair enough.
Tell him, savage.
What about you, King? How'd you feel?
So I was spoiled on the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a rough one. The YouTube comments, man. But I didn't think Odin was back. I didn't think it was impossible because it is One Piece, but my top pick was also Conjuro. Other one that was really, I think, probably possible was Onimaru, but I still went with Conjuro at the end of the day. And I also did think that he wasn't like using the opportunity to like redeem himself or something like that, because that's the spin some people thought it was going to take. But I definitely did think he was going sadistic with it, because he's been a terrific villain after he's been revealed as a traitor. Right. So I definitely thought he was going to use that opportunity to probably try to hurt one of the scabbards. I thought one of the minks was probably a better option, though it might still happen now that Inuarashi is going 1v1 against Jack, but Ashura Doji also makes sense as well.
Fair enough.
Bravo.
I thought it was Cap when I saw Odin. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's bullshit. Even in the new chapter when it was like, oh, it's me and Toki and all that shit, I was like, yeah, I don't believe it. I mean, it just, because of how Odin was built up in the flashback, it wouldn't make any sense for Oda to bring Odin back. And at the time he brought him back, it would just ruin everything about Odin. I think that would be just historically bad and trash. So I was like,
I gotta agree with that.
Yeah,
it's like there's no way. There's no. I don't care what he said. I was like, no, there's no way it's Odin. If it was Odin, I don't know.
Arguably worst moment in One Piece, I would think.
For sure.
Yeah, it would have been worse than Pell. I was saying it would have been worse than Pell.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because
never gonna be really Odin.
Yeah.
Chat and people don't believe me that I called all this stuff. It's on YouTube.
They're going hard. They're going hard, man.
Listen. If there's one thing you learn about the Henny Cool Brothers viewership, they are aggressive. They are aggressive.
Chat is ruthless.
Very cynical viewers.
Very cynical viewers. But they're my boys.
They're savages.
But go ahead, bro.
I mean, I was just gonna say like how I thought Odin's last moments were majestic and really awesome, and if they were just ruined by that other chapter, that just would have been literally dirt, literal doo-doo water. Like that would have been so bad for Odin and everything he went through and leading up to that moment. Like, Odin, I'm Odin. I was born to boil. Like that was a great moment, and for that to just get taken away, it was like, oh, by the way, Toki sent me here. I'm here because. Even my reaction, I was so angry in the beginning. I said, that better not end here. This better not actually be the explanation, or I'm going to fucking break my screen. It was ridiculous.
I think I was angrier at the people that were saying it was Katarina Devon. I don't know why, but like
Bon Clay was the crazy.
Bon Clay was the. I'm just.
Bon Clay was ridiculous.
I don't know, man.
People in the chat are going hard saying some Morge was tripping, talking about the teapot.
So someone explain that teapot.
That one was weird. I didn't know if Mort was trolling or not.
I think he got it. Yeah, that was wild.
I remember I was watching this video. He's like, yeah, I think without a shadow of a doubt it's Thomas Teapot. I was like, what? Thomas Teapot.
Thomas Teapot. Wait. What is Thomas
I had to go
Teapot?
back. It was like the pot that was with the long nose dude.
Hitetsu.
Hitetsu and Tama.
Yeah, all the way back in like 10 and 9.
When she gave Luffy like her last bowl of rice and shit.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So there was
like a small ass panel.
A teapot, a tea kettle that had eaten the tanuki fruit, right?
Yeah.
And it was a blink and you miss moment. Like it was just in the corner of the frame, and then in an SBS, someone said like, "Hey, like there's a teapot that's a tanuki. Like, what's the deal with it?" And he explained it. He said, "Yeah, they have the tanuki fruit."
That is wild.
I'm just gonna assume he was trolling. I didn't think he was serious.
I think he was.
You might have just been too caught up in like the dots connect kind of thing.
Yeah, sometimes you want to be the first one to a really like secret theory that no one knows about. You know, sometimes
like Anel,
sure.
Like Anel, yes, like
Anel. I love the Anel theories.
Jesus.
Loved it.
Toxic.
I was saying, that we wouldn't even really be talking about this if we didn't go on break. Like that, what made it so crazy was the fact that we went on break. That just let everything stew for way too long.
It sit for a while.
And Oda is the tactician. He knew what he was doing. They're gonna love this one. Let me sprinkle that right there. Let them talk about that for 2 weeks.
And that is common Oda.
Yeah, it was definitely a topic of conversation.
It kind of reminded me, if you guys remember in Whole Cake, it reminded me of when the ship was supposedly exploded.
Yeah.
No one believed that. Nobody believed
where's the ship? The Jolly Rogers on the lake? Like,
there's nobody believed that. I feel like that was actually bad because there's no way you were destroying the Sunny.
Well, the funny thing is like that would have been because everyone was waiting for like some serious stakes in Whole Cake, and while Pedro did die, like that's allegedly.
That's serious.
Allegedly. Because at this point, you know my rule: no body, no death. Where's the body, right?
But is dead. Ashura Doji is dead.
No shot.
Let's go, man.
No shot.
I think that's a strong take.
Well, now,
I think it makes sense if he was, but I'm not sure he's 100% dead.
Okay, so we might as well get into it because that's the next topic. What just happened? Everything froze.
Let's go. Let's talk.
Actually,
all
my W's. Ashura Doji is dead.
Hold on. How many?
But I was gonna mention. So the next topic is stakes and deaths in One Piece, right? Because now we're on the topic itself, right? The fact that you think Ashura Doji is dead is very interesting, and I want you to explain to me why you believe that that's gonna happen based on the history that we have with Oda.
All right. So look, and now I'm someone that was there weekly for Pagaya. All right. I wasn't weekly for Pell.
Okay.
But I was weekly for
Pagaya, bro.
Jesus.
All
right. And the thing about early One Piece, right? Like anybody, I say this all the time, but if you ask me like what the worst thing that ever happened in One Piece is, I will tell you without blinking, without anything, that Pell coming back is the worst thing that's ever happened. But the thing is like that I really feel was editor interference. And I feel like Oda was getting interfered a lot early on. Like, oh, people like this character, or this is too sad, or whatever. And then there's the speculation that since like the Pell chapter came out like a month or a month and a half after 9/11, that like that factored in. So
interesting.
Oh, there's other layers to some of this stuff. But the thing is, it's like when I look at everything, like I'm a writer, so I come at it from the perspective of like, is this actually, has a character completed their arc? Has this come full circle or not? Now, like Kanjuro and Orochi, like they didn't complete their arcs. There was no closure there. The reason that I believe that Ashura Doji is actually dead is because there's closure. There was a full circle arc. He started off as a bandit. Odin turned him around. He had that whole thing where, you know, he felt like, he missed his opportunity to die, a great death. Not only with Odin, but then also 10 years ago. So now he actually sacrificed himself for his friends. It's really no different than Pedro. It's the same tone. You look at the way that Oda shaded everything, the way that he like built that moment up, the reactions. Like, it's
the naming the chapter after him.
Name the chapter after him. Exactly. Like without a shadow of a doubt, Ashura Doji's dead. And if he's not dead, he's uttering last words, and that's it.
He's severely wounded. I can dig that. Go ahead, Jay.
I can see last words. But I think one thing that I would be surprised is if he doesn't have a hand in at least trying to cut off one of Orochi's heads. I feel like that would be something that would make sense to me if he's a part of that whole deal. Because
I actually forgot to mention one other thing too, is that like one of the things that's very prevalent in Wano to begin with is folk tales, folklores. All right, because you know, like you have the Momotaro story, you know, which is like tied directly to Tama and, you know, a little bit of Momonosuke. I could really like do a whole list right now. But Ashura Doji is actually based off of a folktale called Shootin' Doji. So, and Shootin' Doji, like, and think about it, Shootin' Maru,
Ashura Doji.
Yeah.
Right. So, and the thing about that was, and for anybody that wants more info on that, you can check the 1008 video I did, because I like really went in depth on what the folklore is. But basically, like, it's about a demon that had a whole bunch of bandits. Some dude, he was stealing girls in a village, and this guy wanted to marry one of the girls. So he goes and he disguises himself as a priest, and he goes and the demon lets him into his home. When he falls asleep after drinking some magical sake, the dude cuts his head off. He kills him. Shootin' Doji dies. The whole thing is about a dude that dies. So I've been saying Ashura Doji was going to die for a very long time based off of that. Kiku is, you know the movie The Ring, right?
Yes.
Like that girl that comes out of the, like that's based off of a folklore called Okiku. So like, I don't know if Oda's going to go that route because he already took her arm, but like there's a lot. There's a lot.
Interesting. Well, I definitely didn't know that. I can say that for sure. But does anyone else have any thoughts on that?
Let me ask Randy about Hyogoro. What do you think about his death?
His
fake out. It's fake out. He didn't die because it wasn't in front of Luffy. That's how I feel. And I said that Chopper was going to come in at the last minute. That was another thing. But basically, after Hyogoro built all of that up and he said like, oh, he called Luffy his apprentice and he had that like that moment. Like I feel like Hyogoro should die, probably will die, but it's not, he's got to have that like Star Wars moment. It's got to be like Luke Skywalker looking at Obi-Wan. He's got to see it happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that's a good enough reason for what happened with the fake out? Why even draw out the fake out in the first place?
That's dramatic tension. That's just Oda being Oda. He wants something to end on the chapter so that people are talking about it. Like but it's also to build up Chopper. So with that, Chopper that moment to get there at the last minute, like it's just a writing technique. It's just. And having a fake out death is something that Oda really loves to use because it's primal, and that's what people are going to gravitate to in the moment.
I want to kind of piggyback on that, on showing like the difference between that fake out and what happened with Ashura Doji. Because what happened with Ashura Doji isn't, you don't get the tension there's tension there, right? That something could happen with Ashura Doji. There's no, we have the Straw Hats in the area, they can possibly come in. It's not Vivi getting thrown off a building. It's not Rebecca getting ready to get slashed by Viola, or Viola getting ready to get slashed by Viola or Rebecca. It's not any of that. It's more like Shutamaru got to go do something real quick, and then maybe he lived from the explosion, maybe he didn't. But it's not like you have someone there to possibly be a savior in that moment. The whole time with Hyogoro, we knew that someone was there that could possibly step in.
Because we already knew.
It's a closed loop with Ashura Doji because it's like he resolved himself. Now Hyogoro also resolved himself, but like you said, we know that there's a savior aspect to this. No one was going in there. No one's got super speed to get him out of the explosion. So it's just he ate that. He got stabbed 2, maybe even more times. Like he went out like a G. That's it. He's done.
He really did.
I'll say he went out like a G, but just from the nature of One Piece, like a Pound, for example.
Yeah, that's the one that really lost.
That one is,
I'm not even mad at Pound. Like I know a lot of people are mad about Pound, but it's like at least that's a character that Oda brought back for a purpose instead of Pell like being on like just behind Vivi saying nothing for like 800 chapters.
So I would ask,
why is Pell at the Reverie? Like.
Well, here's what I want to mention. So you can this is something I've always said. You can have a purpose for something and a meaning, but it doesn't mean it's good. And I think if it's for the reader themselves, then the reader's opinion definitely matters. And it's like it's like revisiting the whole Sanji nosebleed in Fishman Island. And it definitely served a purpose. 1000%. I'll never deny it. It brought in the dynamic of, blood transfusion. Fishmen will not share blood with humans. And then the moment with Jinbei is amplified, right? But at the same time, it's all about the execution of the moment. And when you mention tension, I never felt any tension in that moment because I just knew Chopper was going to come through. We knew he was going to resolve. We knew he was going to get the virus. We knew Hyogoro was going to be fine. So no one actually believed he was ever going to die. Right. And I think that's the thing. Is like, if you're going to build tension, we have to believe it. We have to believe it's going to happen. So if it's dramatic tension and your audience doesn't believe it, then maybe there's a different way that it can be done.
So
there's a poetry. Sorry, there's a poetry for Doji dying in that moment. All right, because like he respects Odin so much, he fought, for Odin. He's fighting for Odin. Odin, the visualization of Odin stabbing him and that like being the way that he goes out. It's just there's so much, and then not only that, but just to make Kanjuro a better villain, right? Because that was one of my main takeaways of why I knew Kanjuro wasn't dead. I mean, one, why would Kiku be the one to take him out?
Off screen of everything too.
Off screen,
Jesus.
Forget the fact that it was off screen because like there's been plenty of stuff like that. But why Kiku? We didn't even see them have a conversation.
Yeah.
So it needs to be Kinemon, if anything. But now by taking out Ashura Doji, like he'll be remembered. He'll have that W for him forever. That's that thing that like makes him. He didn't have that. He didn't have anything. It was just like, oh, I was the traitor. I like, I ratted you all out. All right, fine. But he didn't actually physically do anything himself yet. Now he has.
And I just wanted to say, like, with what you're saying, that it came full circle. it really just made a lot of sense to me because when they came back, Ashura Doji was pissed. It's like, I've been here 20 years. I've been grinding it out. Where were you when I needed you? Like, where your ass was at? Like, I needed you, and y'all weren't here. I've suffered. I've lost. I've had to bury all my homies. Period.
And he had to do what he had to do to survive. Yeah. Also, he became correct. And then he lived as a bandit. He was doing some shady shit for like 20 years. The same, and that's why I think that Denjiro would also die. Because he also was doing shady shit for Orochi. So it's like they need that redemption moment. Ashura Doji just got his redemption for 20 years of being like a sloth bandit.
Yeah, which is crazy because he was basically the first one to realize, y'all, this is not the real Odin. I know what a sleazeball I was. I know what Odin changed me into. I know this is not Odin. Y'all need to get it together. I'm here. I'm going to take this stab for you. I'm going to take this explosion for you because y'all are my homies. And I've accepted y'all. I forgive you for what you did 20 years, for leaving us for 20 years, all that. I'm going to take this guy out. Y'all complete the mission.
Yeah, I think the Ashura Doji moment was all right. It was just hard to stay within that moment coming off of the Odin stuff. Where it was like, okay, we had the chapter, we left off with Odin.
Yeah.
All right, we know that's not real. Now the Ashura Doji death, he should be dead, but it's hard. It's really hard to even say like a character's dead in One Piece.
Then we all have will of PTSD. That's it.
For sure. For sure. So like, even when I was doing my reaction and Ashura got blown up, it's like, right. I was like, yeah, he's not dead.
First thing
we saw Condor, like, that's expected. I was like, okay, Orochi shouldn't be that far behind. And then boom, it was like Orochi. I was like, oh man, shocking. Right. That was just like, I didn't expect Orochi to be back. So, I think those fake outs, like, because we've been reading One Piece for so long, we understand. It's like, we understand like how Oda does things, right? Where it's just like, this is how he does things. This is how he builds like the end of chapters. And I think it could be a part of it that because we've been reading for so long, we're used to it. Where I wonder how, casuals felt about it. That, they read a chapter, then they go about their day, then they wait a week before talking about One Piece again, as opposed to us who we dissected every possible theory of Odin. Where so now coming back to this chapter is like, it's hard for that Ashura Doji moment to hit because it's been a fake out like 3 times, 3 different characters.
That's true.
Within 3 chapters of it happening. But
4 different characters.
Who's the 4?
Right? Hyogoro, Odin,
true.
Kandro, and Orochi.
Yeah.
So now
it's like
you want me to believe Ashura Doji's dead? I mean, he should be fucking dead. He got stabbed and blown up. And then even the Hyogoro moment, I'm reading it and I'm like, holy fucking shit, die. Just fucking die. I was like, please. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
When they
I'm going to transform. Do it. It's like, I don't want to do it. I'm just like, oh my God, fucking hell.
That's gonna end up going down as like one of the worst episodes of the anime.
Oh my God!
They're gonna get us a whole 20 minutes on that.
What are your thoughts?
I'm not gonna watch it.
Just like I think either way, it just kind of highlights the problem with death in One Piece. Because like most people, I think agree at this point he should be dead, and it would be fitting for his character to like die here, and it makes sense. But at the same time, either he comes back and it's whack, or like he's actually dead, but we're so caught up in the fact that nobody dies in One Piece, we can't even kind of absorb the situation.
Yeah, and actually enjoy the
which I acknowledge that would be really kind of genius by Oda if he did that in the moment where we're like, fuck that, Ashura Doji isn't dead. Then at the end of the war, it's like, where the fuck is Ashura Doji?
Where Doji at?
Wait a minute.
Damn.
But see, here's died. Is like all of Doji's homies were right there to see it happen. All right, the only person who cares about Hyogoro, as far as we're concerned in the story, is Luffy. So for Luffy not to be there when it's happening, like no one else.
Straw Hat wine.
And I definitely don't care about Boss Omasa, and I don't care about how he feels.
Nobody.
To be honest, until you just said his name, I forgot his name.
Matter of fact, actually, that's the 5th person, right? Because we had that Boss Omasa Fake out.
He was supposed to die too. And then Marco came up. It was Marco in the flames that saved Bossa Bossa. And everyone was like, "Oh, we're good."
Yeah, I was like, yo, I don't even know this dude's name, but Oda just forced me to learn this man's name right here.
I remember I thought homie died. Babanuki. I thought
Babanuki had it.
He should have. There is no way he should have survived. That is
from the explosion.
Yeah,
the explosion when Luffy had all that shit.
It wasn't just an explosion. It was the mummy virus exploded within him,
inside of him.
Come on, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I say that. I was like, do people really expect me to believe Ashura Doji died from a Tom and Jerry ass dynamite? Like, are you serious?
Come on,
like, you cannot expect me to believe.
I think it's kidding.
No,
I'm hoping he's dead, but
I'm
sound very morbid saying that.
We're all hoping you're right, Randy.
I do not use this lightly. Do not use this lightly. I don't sit here. I'm not the guy saying, "Oh, this person died," but I'm saying this person died.
This is fucking gone.
Listen, man, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm just from being
and Inuara's next.
Yeah, I
think those two should die.
How did y'all feel about that?
Let's talk about Inuarashi.
Okay.
Inuarashi was talking
weird.
He was spitting.
He was talking heavy.
I preferred the scans.
The scans definitely were better. I'm sorry.
Scans definitely.
I didn't even read the viz.
He didn't even read the viz. He said nope.
Over the viz?
Yeah, the scans are better with that moment.
Yeah. And the scans are way better with Parasparrow also.
Way better.
That's the other heavy talker.
Yeah. Parasparrow just talk crazy.
Parasparrow always talk heavy.
Love Parasparrow.
Bro, he says to sit there and eat some grass. I said, eat some grass? God damn. Like,
hop off.
I said, that's racist. That has to be racist.
That's my favorite.
You don't care,
the entire series right now.
Yeah. Now, Parasparrow honestly has been great. I'm not gonna lie. Parasparrow has been great in Wano, except for the whole, we're blasting off a Gev thing. But after that, he's been great.
I mean, he bodied him and talked shit, and it was like, "Yo, what are y'all doing?"
And then he punched Carrot. It's like he got his last hit on Carrot too. Like, damn,
bro,
like, you just pimp slapped her. Like, I'm not even gonna kill you right now.
That's what I'm saying. He got the cane in the hat, pimp slapping Carrot.
He just pimp slapped Carrot. Like,
that's wild.
Go home. He killed himself.
Oh, a pimp named Parasparrow. That's it. That's his new name. A pimp named Parasparrow. I'm here for it.
Facts, man. Like,
pimp name. Ooh, I like that.
So Inuarashi. So I've heard some people don't believe that he can take Jack. To me, that shocks me. It really, I think Inuarashi can take Jack 1v1.
I do.
Why?
Because they're
both really injured.
It's not even that. Jack has never had an advantage over him. I've never seen Jack overwhelm him.
It's still the hybrid, though.
They're still the hybrid, yes. But at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, he packs a less punch, but he's probably quicker. And I understand it, but they're both damaged, right? And if we get like maybe a little hint of the moonlight out of nowhere, because the moon's still out there. I'm saying the moon's still out there. That's all I'm saying.
A little reflection,
a little last minute Sulong to kill Jack. I can see that happening.
Turn into the Ozaru.
Yeah.
I also don't see Inuarashi why Inuarashi to get a commander like KO essentially, right? Out of all the people
not happening
in the alliance. Inuarashi by himself, it just feels kind of out of place.
Yeah. So, like one thing that we know is like Zoe is split up by day and night, right? So the way to pull an emotional moment out of us as a reader is to end Wano. And then Zoe has to be led by one mink. So that's why I believe one of them is going to die, and Inu takes the cake because we've been with him longer. And Mamashi was not around. Like, he was doing his own thing, getting Marco, whatever. He's the fan favorite. So Inu's getting this moment to go out. And then I actually think that Yamato is going to show up and fight Jack.
We like Nekomamushi more anyway, right?
Interesting. Yeah. I like Inu though, but Nekomamushi, I mean, come on, bro.
I like Inu.
You like Neku more than Inu.
I like Neku because of the
anime. I like Inu more than Neku.
I think that makes it hit harder because Nekomamushi's reaction to it. Because he's always this jolly cat. Yeah. Him seeing like his homie just died. That would be rough.
Yeah. It would
rough. Get it?
I expect Jack to body him though. I mean, it's weird because the fight they were fighting back and forth. They were switching in and out, but they, even with all the switching, they can overpower Jack. So, you know, off of that, I think Jack is superior. It's just if it happens in like an hour, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like that's kind of weird. But I was saying, what if Jack has more gas? What if Jack just has some more gas? Like, right.
Why would he have gas?
Brago, that would piss me the fuck off.
He's sneaky.
That would piss me off so much.
Really? Why?
That would ruin the line.
It would ruin so many things.
They've been using Moonlight the entire fucking time.
on, bro.
That's not cheating. That's natural, bro. You just using gas. That's cheating. Bro.
It's cheating. It's cheating. I'm sorry.
100% cheating. I don't agree. Completely.
What are we doing?
I vehemently.
I think Jack wins though.
I don't know, bro. I think I say Inu in 7, but that's always been my. That's always
Inu in 7.
Yeah, it's definitely a 7. Because I think it'll be a hard fought fight. Not to mention, I also have the proponent. I actually believe that Jack definitely turned hybrid during their what's it was a 3-day battle on Zoe, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it longer than that? Was it
3 days?
Was it 3
like
or
that.
10? It was either 3 or 10. Yeah, it wasn't 10.
It definitely wasn't.
Part of me
10.
feels like it was
Okay,
like 10 days.
I don't know. Was it Ace? It was Ace and Jinbei. They fought for 10 days.
Ace and Jinbei were fine.
No.
Yeah.
It was 3 days because I remember I always talk about like, yo,
Yeah.
what were they doing for 72 hours? Did Jack take a shit? I don't know. Maybe.
Ace and Jinbei were 5, and Akainu
He's
and
doing a
Aokiji were
Mr. Beast
10.
challenge.
Well, in the anime recently,
Constipated.
they showed with the Roger and Whitebeard thing, they mentioned like a ceasefire at night in their battle. So I'm like,
but they were homies.
They weren't homies.
They were homies.
They at least had
People are
respect
saying
for
it's
each other.
5.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Where like in that moment, where I'm like, well, like Kaino and Aokiji, they have respect for each other.
They probably had a ceasefire.
You think Akainu and Aokiji have more respect for each other than Roger and Whitebeard?
Yes.
Well, you know that article came out today that Akainu won.
Yeah, well, it did confirm Akainu definitely beat Aokiji in the past for sure.
That's cap.
He beat Aokiji and Kizaru, everyone, and his random vice admiral. I'm really curious to know who that vice admiral was. But I think
I heard of Condoriano.
Same.
That's possible.
Might be Condoriano, possibly.
It's
Very possible.
So how do we feel about Orochi?
What about him?
He's
He's a fucking moron.
Actually, I don't think he's a moron. I actually think he's
He's
quite
got
smart.
something in his bag.
Yeah, he's
for
quite.
sure.
He's actually pretty.
Okay, my bad. Not that he's a moron. He's goofy.
He's not.
It's the way he
He's
looks.
goofy because
He's goofy, yeah.
not even just looks like he thought.
I don't think it's
I'll
about
get you,
goofy.
Kaido. I'm gonna set something on fire. Kaido can fucking fly.
They're goofy
Gonna set the
characters
place
that
on
are
fire.
endearing. Orochi he's not likable in any way.
He's not.
Like there's nothing
In any
about
way.
him.
And I know
That's
he's supposed to
likable.
be.
He's
like
not funny.
that,
He's not. It's just I don't like anything about Orochi.
It's like Danny DeVito. Like I just can't stand it.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Why did he
Yeah,
catch
what
a
is-
stray?
Yo, how did I was gonna say? Why did Danny DeVito
What?
catch a stray? What did he do?
Have you ever seen Always Sunny, bro? They both bald and like each other, but they short as
So what you
hell.
got against bald people?
Damn, Virgo.
All right, bro. All
Everything.
right. Yo, so I need a new Henny, cool brother. Yeah, this your last one, buddy. This your last one. Nah, but
That's fine.
This your last ride.
You gonna replace me with Bullet Benson?
yes, sir. You're no longer prototype. You're no longer Virgo. You're just prototype, and that's it.
I'm just prototype.
Hate to see it.
Prototype fail.
It's prototype.
And it's over.
Nah, but do you guys? So I'm
It's
on the,
like that.
I was gonna make an Orochi video, and I decided against it. So I want to talk about what I think he would do as a result of this. Do you guys think he has any leverage to talk to CP0 about getting the Marines involved?
He's got leverage
Sure.
to talk to CP0 about something. Like that conference, like those two characters are tied together, so that's gonna happen. I'm just waiting for it to come out that Tama is his daughter.
Tama.
What,
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time.
is it Korazumi?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a whole theory video about it and why it makes sense. But it's just like
Okay. You gotta spill it, but that's intriguing.
Tama
I've never heard that.
is obviously like I've been saying Tama is important since we met Tama in the first place. Like she's the first person that we met on the island, which is always makes them, someone that's important. Luffy said, "Hey, your power is going to be useful," right? We know in 1004 it was. Tama is tied directly to the Momotaro folklore, which is, you know, definitely go and check that out. But it's basically like this boy. I mean, you know, Oda made it a girl, but this boy went to an island called Onigashima.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. With a dog, a pheasant, and a monkey, right?
Okay.
And showed up and then took out the Oni king. That's the story, right? But fed them dangos, by the way, to get them on their side, right? So Tama shows up to Onigashima. She's got Komainu, a dog. She's got Hihimaru with her, a monkey.
Throwing cheeks everywhere.
Like this is what Oda has been doing this whole arc. Like if people don't understand something, it's probably a folklore. People were mad with Onimaru. That's a folklore. Like it's all that kind of stuff. Like you can really do a whole deep dive. But basically, like we know that this whole history between the Korozumis and the Kozuki have been going on for years, right? You go back to Orochi's flashback and you see when Higurashi is telling him all this stuff and, you know, giving him the whole backstory, right? Mm-hmm. So Sukiyaki is responsible for basically just by being born, right? That dude is responsible for this whole Orochi business to begin with. That's why he came in and he took all of that. Right. Now there's a big theory. I kind of ascribe to it. I didn't come up with this part, but like people believe that Hitetsu is Sukiyaki.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And then it was even more, you know, brought in when we found out that Hitetsu's voice actor is playing Sukiyaki, right? So I mean, like that's coming in. There's a whole thing with that. So the whole Kokeshi doll thing, etc. Right? So my whole thing is, what better way to save the Kurozumi name than to have the girl that has befriended the heir to the Kozuki clan end up being a Kurozumi? So this whole time, you have this person that was raised potentially by Sukiyaki, but she knows nothing about the Kurozumi, period. Like, I mean, she knows Orochi just basically because he's a piece of shit shogun, right? But maybe, you know, if Sukiyaki was like held captive or something, you know, this is speculation. We go on tinfoil right now or whatever. Then, because that's the only way to really explain if it actually is Sukiyaki, is Orochi had to hold him captive. And Orochi never like said, like, I actually, like, Odin asked Orochi point blank. He's like, where's my dad? Orochi didn't answer. Right.
He's like, I won.
So that leads me to believe I could sit there and I could say, all right, you know what? This guy may not actually be dead, and it's One Piece. So, so then he.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead, man.
I don't think he's gonna say that with every character.
Yeah,
I'm also Team Tama and Momo joined the crew after Wano.
I'm against that.
Both of them.
Tell him about the TTK. Tell him about the TTK.
I mean, if you follow the Momotaro folklore, like Momotaro defeated the Oni King. The Oni King in this instance would be Kaido.
Oh Jesus!
Right?
Please no.
So is this Tama? Is this Tama taming Kaido?
I'm not liking the story. I'm not liking this. This is Momotaro story. I'm not liking it. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, all I'm saying, I'm not saying that it'll work. I'm not saying that it'll exactly happen, but I expect.
I mean, in the first half.
I expect them to attempt it. I expect them to attempt to feed Kaido a dango.
Fair.
I expect it. And now that the way that it's going to happen is Usopp's going to fire it. And that's going to be Usopp's big post-time skip moment. He's going to fire a dango at Kaido.
I will drop the series.
I would actually.
I will drop the series, and I will become prototype Eden Zero. Because there's no way that I could possibly deal.
Out of all these series out here,
Jesus Christ!
You chose Eden Zero.
I was like, of all series, bro, you could have picked Black Clover at least, nigga. Like, damn.
Woke up feeling dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. He woke up feeling aggressive.
Season, so he's hopping on
prototype
early.
Kaizen. I gotta be something else.
I feel it. Yeah,
I mean, see confirmation that it works on zones. If it does, then they're gonna try it.
Ooh, man.
We got two
I mean, I would absolutely despise if Tama actually tames Kaido.
It would be such a broken fruit.
It would be
like it
so
counters
bad.
an entire category.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo.
It would be a very broken fruit.
At this point, Tama is like washing Lucci, bro, off screen. Like, yo, what are we doing?
Jay, it reminds me of like how I'm talking about like there's got to be some sort of limiter to these powers, because if Sugar touches Kaido, does he become a giant fucking Megazord? Like where is the cutoff?
Yeah, he does.
I mean, in my eyes, it's no different than Sugar. That's just
He become a giant Megazord.
That's just so
I mean,
aggressive.
yeah, I mean,
That's just crazy.
But there's a whole.
There's got to be a limit or something.
I believe
There's gotta be
like
something that you can't affect.
Tama is Orochi's daughter, but it's
Can
like,
Bob
I could
fix
get behind
anything?
that. Yeah, I could get behind that. I like that idea. Because the
Yeah,
Korazumi
bro.
thing
Why
has
would
to
you
get
question
resolved eventually.
that's the
I
one
want to know.
thing.
Can Bob
Yeah.
fix Bob and the Builder or Fixer? My bad.
So out of anything,
fix
that's the
anything?
one thing that I actually want to be true in the story. Like, you know, I got the law and sword theory and all that. Like, I don't even care if that happens. Like, there's just a lot of foreshadowing for it. But I truly want,
that's
from a
it?
narrative perspective, for Tamada to turn out being Orochi's daughter, because there's just going to be so many layers that are going to be able to be explored from a dramatic standpoint.
I don't hate it.
I do think that's interesting.
That is, it's very interesting. Honestly, that would be a nice twist that I wouldn't expect.
I hate him. I hate him eating the Dango. I like the Korazumi thing.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I thought he was about to twerk. How he got it.
Really? I thought so.
Throwing it.
I wasn't sure what was about to happen there.
I
I got a little worried. I'm
He
not gonna
braced
lie.
himself. He sat back in his chair like,
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing, Virgo? Yo, your camera's on, buddy.
So that's interesting. I'm gonna have to sit on that one for a while. I'm gonna have to sit on that one. But so you do believe there's leverage, right? Because I think we got a little sidetracked, but that was good. So like, what leverage do you think he has to even talk to CP0? Because Kaido was the one that Orochi was using to kind of have his main leverage over, you know, CP0. You need our Kairoseki. I want Vegapunk. You know, how could he use them?
It might not be impossible. They worked out a deal already. Because if you think about it, last time they kind of ended on a bad note, right? He like shot one of them in the dome, said, I got Kaido backing me. But now they're at the party. So clearly something got figured out where like they're on good terms or talking terms again, to the point where they got invited to the party. So either maybe Vegapunk's already coming, or like they figured out something else. So there's definitely some paths to it.
The thing is, even if they came, it'd be on the strength of Kaido still, right? So Orochi would have to have something in his back pocket,
right,
just in case he lost the support of Kaido.
But Orochi like totally feels to me like the type of person that's been planning for 20 years to beat Kaido.
There's no way he was waiting just to die.
He saw what happened to Higurashi. He's been planning this.
Yeah. And that's why I told.
But what could he have though?
So
like,
I mean,
to have that much leverage.
He basically all he has left is Fukurokoju. He lost to Mimawari. He lost the support of anyone he used to have. What does he have?
He has the only Wabanchu too, so it's possible.
They've been defeated they got waxed by Hyogoro.
Wait.
Oh,
yeah, Hyogoro wiped them all. I think.
All of them got waxed. All
wow.
of them did is Fukurokoju.
I was thinking the only thing that would be valuable would be like if he had a devil fruit, and like a devil fruit that's possibly missing in Wano right now is Toki's. But I'm like, if he had Toki's devil fruit,
yo,
why
that would be
not
broken.
use it?
Poneglyph? Road Poneglyph?
The
Poneglyph's
Poneglyphs
his hands on that one.
Yeah.
If he had our time fruit and like the world government was trying to get our hands on that, and that could just
Toki's
start a
fruit.
whole
Nice
slew of
shot.
things.
I mean, the world government, you know, they want devil fruits. So if you have a
Yeah, but
Toki's
they also, I mean, they went through everything with O'Hara to erase the 100 years of history to make sure that's never found. So what if they want to go back in time? Let's get rid of it.
well, they can't go back, but
They can't go back.
Oh yeah, you can't go back.
But
Fuck,
they can.
You're right.
They can go
Right.
forward and fuck some shit up. You know,
They could.
So
I don't think that the time fruit is in play unless it's Toki.
It shouldn't be in play.
I do still think
Yeah.
Toki's still alive.
Yeah, she's probably still
My
That mysterious
number
figure.
one for the storeroom person
Don't
is
die,
Toki.
man.
Point for
Yeah.
You said you want.
because it's just Kawamatsu would not have said like he would have just said I saw Hiyori. That's it.
Yeah. Toki's definitely there. I think there's no way. I don't think Toki's dead. We didn't, like I said, no body, no death. Again, we didn't see the body. So, you know, I think she's there. I think that the leverage he would have is just the fact that Wano's importance to the world and the Void Century is so vast that I would be shocked if the Gorosei didn't even at least have an inkling about it, because we haven't seen any dialogue with the Gorosei and Wano yet. And if they do know the true history, it would surprise me if they didn't understand how dangerous Wano could be if the borders were open. So we know Kaido and Luffy and Big Mom, they're all fighting over Wano right now, and they're going to use Wano as a home base to go after the ancient weapons. If Luffy wins, if CP0 finds out that, okay, the scales are being tipped in Luffy's favor, and they're going to open up Wano, maybe Orochi talks to CP0, they make a call to the Gorosei, and they say, okay, well, this is about to happen. We can control Wano. Orochi's willing to give us Wano as long as we keep him in power. You know, how about we just, you know, do some things. So, you know, they could do some assassination plots, so they could call Kizaru, all kinds of stuff. And that's where I've been leaning towards.
I think initially
information could be valuable too.
Yeah.
CP0 being there in the first place is what can and should tie us into, you know, setting up the final war. Because we know that the Celestial Dragons and the world government and all that, that's the final, that's really the final villain. So that's where we go from here.
Yeah, I think initially that diplomatic relationship for the Gorosei or for CP0 and Orochi was just to get in good with Wano.
Exactly.
I think no doubt they understand the importance of Wano. I'm surprised they haven't made more of a push on Wano based on just how much it seems like the origin is there. It's a lot going on there.
Too, the sea stone.
It's a lot there in Wano. I'm surprised they haven't, you know.
I think it's just hubris. They thought nobody was going to find all of this stuff and put it together.
Because it was closed off.
Yep. But if it opens up, that's an issue. And I think
that's an issue for the whole world government.
Get the laugh tail again.
It'd be really bad if Wano opened up for them.
Very
but the thing is, if Wano, because once the news is revealed out of Wano where Luffy's victorious and now he has all these poneglyphs and he's basically over Wano now, and you have Nico Robin, it's like, hold up. So he has Big Mom's poneglyphs, Kaido's poneglyphs, and he has Nico Robin. Okay, we're probably.
Oh, by the way, a warlord. Oh, Jinbei just joined him because you saw how shook Kid was when he found out. And Kid was shook. He was like, "You got a warlord now?" They're like, it's gonna be like the giant bullseye right on Luffy's tribe.
And if Yamato joins. The kid of Kaido joins the strike. I don't know, man. That'd be fucking
strongest devil fruit.
That's ridiculous.
The strongest devil fruit.
And the Shogun of Wano joins.
The Shogun of Wano.
The Shogun of Wano joins.
And some bunny. And
no. Let's leave Carrot out. Let's leave Carrot out of there.
Yeah.
Leave Carrot at home, please. I'll be here for a Carrot death, for real. I don't know. I feel like my bad, bro.
I don't even think she's worth that. Right?
Probably the most important thing she did in the series.
Oh my God!
But the thing is, like, her death would be too satisfying. We wouldn't. It's just like, all right, fine, good riddance. You know, so Oda's not gonna kill her.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't spent enough time with her to really care.
Come on, man, Garchu. Come on, bro.
I can get that. I can get that from that.
She hasn't even had a conversation with Zoro.
I don't even remember her name.
Remember that nurse?
Yeah, the one that Chopper was crushing on.
Tristan's nurse.
I get a Garchu from her. Fuck her.
Maybe one.
That's the new thing. Oh, yeah. Trying to get that Garchu.
Trying to get that
Garchu.
Yeah, what's up, baby? Let me get some of that Garchu.
So
Thanks.
Momonosuke. Very interesting. A lot of us seem to believe it's the voice of all things. I think it is. And I think that is massive implications for him outside of Wano. Because if it is the voice of all things, it probably obviously is. His story is not tied to just Wano. It can't be. It just absolutely can't be. So how did
he's going with them?
Yeah, I think especially after the Zunisha thing, you realize just how important Momo could be towards the end of the series. Because if he can command Zunisha to do things, I mean, what else can he command, right? So I think, I mean, I've always been on the side that Momonosuke goes with Luffy. I don't think he necessarily has to be like leading Wano right now. I mean, he's not in a position to do that. He's not ready. And I feel like there are other people that could step up and do that. But the voice of all things and him being able to control something, as opposed with Luffy, he can understand, but he can't give those orders.
Really speak on it.
I think he's really too important. And I'm really interested in with Zunisha, who actually punished her to walk forever. Because then that goes back to like, is that has to be the devil fruit power, right? Or some other type of power we can force somebody to walk forever.
The original user of Thomas Fruit.
If that's a devil fruit power,
I'll be wild.
That would be crazy.
That's a devil fruit user that's very broken.
The ancient weapon theories out there too.
But somebody that I could see having
he's Uranus, correct?
Well, having a devil fruit that broken, somebody would be. I mean,
they know.
So I'll give you guys a little snippet of a theory that I'm working on with somebody where I think this is how some of these ancient weapons work, because we know Pluton is man-made. We also know that the other ancient weapon is kind of like it's ancient nature, right? So we have the mermaid princess that controls these giant ass sea kings. What if Zunisha, if you notice the way this controlled, Shirahoshi is the only one that can really talk and command these sea kings. Momo can command Zunisha, and Zunisha is capable of wild destruction. I also don't think Zunisha is the only one of his kind, but I'll just focus on Zunisha for now. What if it's like the same? It's like there's similarities between Momo and Shirahoshi in the fact that they can command a giant destructive animal.
Land kings.
You see what I mean? So I'm thinking that Momo is that next heir to control someone like Zunisha, and the one who punished Zunisha beforehand had that same ability. So I actually do think Momo could be Uranus if Oda wants to tie in the parallel of one man-made ancient weapon and then two natural ancient weapons. I think that's a possibility.
See, but my thing is, to go off of that also, is that I believe that they're all like
natural.
Shirahoshi. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're all natural.
No, because here's
created a counter.
Right? It's like you have the human, right? That is the conduit or whatever that controls something.
Yes.
So basically, until I see otherwise, I believe that all three of the ancient weapons are a person that controls something. Shirahoshi controls Sea Kings. Momonosuke, if that's the case, controls Land Kings, and then maybe there's Sky Kings. I don't know.
Or because the other ancient weapon was Pluton.
Yeah.
Right. Or not Pluton.
Right. So even if it's
what Frankie had.
Let's say that it is actually a ship, and that the blueprints aren't fake or fabricated or anything like that, or it's some sort of a red herring, right?
Okay.
The ship may work like the Arc Maxim or something. You still need the conduit to move it.
Yep.
So that's what it is. And
it's not just there. It's someone had to look into.
But I when I was going back through the story, I actually found like similarities between the moment that you see Shirahoshi use her power for the first time, right? When she's a kid.
Yeah.
And if you go back to Alabasta at the moment that the rain stopped and Vivi was screaming, it's drawn the exact same way. So I'm just saying, like, it's possible that Vivi is the third ancient weapon. And that crocodile
that was in
the money the whole time, and that Pluton was there. And Vivi was
the Pluton.
Yeah, and so in that case, the ship would just be like a counter the world government made to do against the actual Pluton.
Quick question. Emu, when he was cutting up them bounty posters, did he have a picture of Shirahoshi there? Or was it only Vivi, Blackbeard, and Luffy?
I want to say it was.
He had a picture, yeah.
Vivi, Luffy.
Yeah, Shirahoshi was there.
Shirahoshi was part of the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No Momonosuke, though.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about Wano. They don't know. They don't know. That's the thing.
I don't think there's any possible way they would know.
I'm just saying, Shirahoshi, Momo, Vivi. That's that. Until
they would know about Momonosuke, though.
That is very interesting.
So they don't know about Momonosuke, or there's no way they can't.
He didn't even know.
There's no way. There's no way they would know. But
Right.
how would
Yeah,
they possibly
that
know about Momonosuke?
That was
and
the
his
only
power?
person who would know is Jack, and I don't even know if Jack doesn't know what happened.
Jack just got. He was on the receiving end.
Yeah,
he didn't
Jack,
know what was
Jack
going
doesn't even
on.
know. Jack doesn't even know why Zunisha did it.
He didn't know was how
They know
wise
about
Zunisha
Vivi,
attacked.
though.
Well, here's the
So
thing.
you're right. Nobody would have any knowledge. Conjuro.
So I actually have. I'm putting on my Tim Pie hat. I'm putting it on right now. We
You got it,
have
King.
the voice of all things. If we notice, if we, maybe Vivi hasn't unlocked it yet, or maybe there's a proponent of it that everyone has, right? With Luffy, he was able to hear the Sea Kings. If Imu also has the same voice of all things, he would be someone that's mastered it, I would think. He's very aware of it. So maybe it's a case that he can kind of feel the frequencies of these characters, which is like why someone like Blackbeard, who's also a very abnormal person, someone like Vivi, like you mentioned in Alabasta, when she made that yell like Shirahoshi, something happened. Same thing with same thing with Vivi. So maybe it's a case that he can sense that from all of them, and he's wondering, all right, so between Blackbeard and Luffy, who could be the candidate to be Uranus? Maybe he knows who the ancient weapons are, but he doesn't know, he can't pinpoint between Blackbeard and Luffy which one is actually the ancient weapon. That could be a possibility. It's wild, but like, you know, there's got to be a reason why it's those four in particular. One of them's an ancient weapon.
I do have some headcanon that Imu does have a power that can control as well, that can make people do things.
You don't think it's eye related, do
you? Possibly. I don't know. I mean, everything always for me goes back to hockey or devil fruit. Like, yeah, that's how I normally go back.
I want to say that, but I'm starting to believe that there is this third factor. There is this. What is that, Randy?
What is that?
That's the panel of Vivi.
Is that porn?
What a debut!
What a debut!
Right there, right?
Yeah.
And then the Shirahoshi moment.
Oh.
Did you put it in the Discord chat?
Yeah, drop it.
Oh, I'll drop it.
Yeah,
drop it.
I'm trying to put it on the stream for the
Getting
lads.
a little older now, you know. My eyes don't work as well as they used to. Been around for a while.
You just hear the Pornhub theme. You just hear the Pornhub theme play out of nowhere.
That's what I'd say. Savage.
Savage, I'm crying. That's how it starts. He's showing us his own video. Savage,
right? Like, guys, look at this.
Guys, look at this. I'm built different.
Different type.
She's calling me emu here. Look at this.
He just starts up a picture of his crotch.
He said, I'll show you a nature weapon.
Oh man!
Right in your ears. Anyway,
all right. All right, putting the mature hats on. Excuse me. Apologize.
Anyway.
But actually, I am very curious to see that Vivi panel because that's not something I picked up at all.
No,
I think, yeah, it was in the Return to Reverie thing. It was kind of showcased too. That was like he had Momo as the Uranus essentially that could control Zunisha. Vivi could control. He tied it back to those big ass shadows we saw back in Thriller Bark,
right?
And that somehow she could control those dudes. And then of course Shirahoshi.
Vivi is special. I wouldn't be mad at it. I like Vivi.
I think it would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense if Vivi was that special because I mean they highlighted it. And then what's interesting enough is what if Vivi did escape the Reverie? But
she will, and she's coming back to the crew. By the way. Like that's happening.
Interesting. I'd be okay with that. But like, what if she's headed back to Alabasta? But with Wapple, because remember Wapple and Vivi had a conversation before already. So maybe Wapple was sneaking around and he heard something like, "Hey, Vivi's an ancient weapon." He goes to tell Big News Morgans. Big News Morgans is like, "Oh shit, I gotta report this," and that's why that CP0 agent came. It's like, "Yo, Big News, you can't do this," and he's like, "Hell no, I'm gonna do it." So it was announced to the world that Vivi is this, and then Blackbeard's like, "All right, so we going to Alabasta, and I'm getting Vivi immediately."
All right. So the way that I see it happening is we know that the Big News Morgan scene happened, right? And then it seemed like he had some sort of proprietary information, something that no one else knew, right? So the only thing that Wapple knows that no one else really at the Reverie knows that wouldn't snitch is that she was a pirate.
Right.
So he's telling, my opinion, he's telling Big News Morgans that Vivi was a pirate, that she was part of the Straw Hat crew. So say Cobra is the one that died, whatever, all that. Now Vivi somehow gets away, whether that is by Sabo. Realistically, I think that it's with the Grand Fleet, because they also have fever cards that point to Luffy. Sai, Leo, they're at the Reverie. So she can get away that way, but now she's wanted. She can't return to Alabasta because they're putting a bounty on her or whatever, because she's now a pirate.
Right.
But also maybe there's some extra stuff because there's this ancient weapon thing going on.
Right.
But at a surface level, the world government is putting a bounty on her. That's the way I see it.
So
Definitely are.
So if Cobra dies, because we know he was close to death, that would leave a power vacuum in Alabasta.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they did that at that scene in the anime where they had the reaction of people.
Yep.
Like kind of like distraught and stuff.
Yep.
Vivi's not
I'm
going to be able to go
sure it had a lot to do with whether he wanted to speak to the Gorosei and whatnot about.
Cobra's had death flags since he was showcased, pretty much.
Since he was crucified by crocodile.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. I got a lot to think about. That's the thing about One Piece, man. You can always, there's always dots that you connect here, and then Oda just won't use any.
Beauty of it.
He just won't use any of them. He'll just be like, God damn it, Oda. Like, yo, like, I mean, with Sanji, like, when I think about Tin Pot theories that we had back in the day, like Sanji being the son of the blonde Gorosei, like, I was so ready for that. Like, I was so ready for that reveal. And we just weren't even close.
Honestly, if you feel like going down memory lane, I did a whole stream during the break between the Odin thing. It's like a 3-hour stream, but I went through theories from Skypiea that I remember.
Yeah,
from
I saw
forums.
that. I did see that stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I went all the way through this stuff, man. There was a lot. There's a lot that's happened over the years.
Some of the theories we had, bro. My God.
Yo,
Kaido being a poneglyph? I'm kidding. But that's not Skypiea.
Before we knew what hockey was, everybody was just like, yo, Rayleigh's got sea stone sandals. That's how he got Kizar.
Sea stone sandals. He's got the sea stone chanclas.
Chanclas.
I mean, can we prove that he doesn't have those?
Can we? I don't know if we can.
Wow.
So we're about to get their ass beat.
I mean, for a long time, nobody.
Now the meme from this is that Rayleigh doesn't have armament.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, because for a long time, people said the same thing about Kaido. The reason why Luffy, they couldn't believe Luffy went down in one hit after Katakuri, right?
Sea Stone Club.
When that happened, they're like, "Oh, the club's got to be Sea Stone. He has to have a Sea Stone club.
Turns out
can't be anything else but."
Nah, turns out he's just built different. That's all it was.
He's built very different.
You know, honestly, I'm waiting for One Piece to reveal a Sea Stone brass knuckle fighter. I'm just waiting for it. I need that.
In Black Maria,
I just want some gunfights, man.
You think that's
Black
happening,
Maria?
Jay, at this point?
Nah, I don't know. Although Garp the Fist with Sea Stone brass knuckles would be raw. I'm not gonna lie.
That's his final form.
That's his final form. It has to be.
I gotta say this because it was also brought up in that stream. But like what happened to Rokushiki?
You see, that's a tragedy.
Like everybody back in the day, when we were reading Henny's Lobby Weekly, it's true. We really thought the crew was going to learn Rokushiki, that was the One Piece, top tier fighting style. Like Robin's going to be out here doing Shigans, and Sanji's going to be doing Rankyakus. We were ready for it.
Randy, there were tons of
Sanji
theories
should
about
definitely
that.
have Rankyaku.
Yeah,
he should have.
Yeah.
There were definitely a lot of theories about that, but at the same time, we also at the time thought Doriki was going to be a thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good point.
We really thought that was the new
the
power
thing is,
scaling for us. It's over.
Oda has somehow incorporated, Rokushiki without it being the highlight
Exactly.
for certain
Yeah,
characters.
some little elements to it. Yeah.
For Virgo in particular.
Virgo.
Virgo. That was what he was doing. He was flexing with the Rokushiki shit.
He was speak on the king.
And then I believe in Whole Cake Island didn't
all of Big Mom's the ducuplets or whatever.
I didn't
all
like
new
that.
Skywalk.
That actually pissed me off because it was almost like they were trying to take away from Sanji's accomplishment.
Didn't Stussy do a
doesn't matter.
Shigan?
Everybody and their mama know how to do it.
Stussy did do a Shigan.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
And she had a projectile on that thing too.
Yeah. So it's I guess
That
Oda's
thing
saying
was
hockey
banging,
is just
boy.
way more important and better than Rokushiki.
Shooting it.
I actually think it's more exclusive. It's like a training program for Marine soldiers. Because remember, Kobe, so some wild Rokushiki techniques as well.
Yeah, all the admirals should have
Kobe's
mastered Rokushiki
Yeah.
and Rukogen, all that different shit. All the admirals, I assume, should have all that.
Now, a
But, yeah.
Kobe Rokogan, I might be here for it. I'm not gonna lie.
Kobe's gonna die.
What about an Akainu Magma Rukogen?
What?
A Magma Rokogan is too extra. That's just me an
Magma
extra.
Rokogan?
That's me an extra for no reason. That's Dragon Ball Z. That's not One Piece.
Broken.
Have a Magma Rukogen?
Oh,
You know,
That's
Goodness.
wild.
Nah, but
Akainu Skywalking. I mean, should have been.
he doesn't need to. He doesn't even need to. Honestly, that's the thing.
He just floats on magma, bro.
So that's how he blitzed Luffy Skywalk.
I'm crying.
That's wild.
Panels.
But is there anything else that you guys?
Oh,
want
there
to-
it is.
Is there anything that you guys want to bring up in the on the chapter, on the last couple of chapters? Any interesting topic? We could talk about Kaido's hybrid. A lot of people
Hybrid?
people were King is like
With that one.
they spoiled you with that
Hybrid?
one?
No. I didn't get spoiled with that one. But I
Yeah,
didn't. I mean,
wrong.
it wasn't that hype. So you know.
Did you
I
have
did actually get spoiled that it was going to be in that chapter, but
wow.
I didn't see it or anything. I just knew that it was.
Yeah,
You just always gonna
it
be
wasn't.
It's just the silhouette. There was. I feel like if he revealed it, like what was it, 4 or 5 chapters ago, it would have
It'd have been fine.
better, probably. Yeah.
I think the silhouette definitely built some
Where's
hype and
Pluto?
expectations,
Unnecessary hype.
right? And so we came into it expecting something different, something grandiose, and then we got some. It was regular. It was a regular
It
hybrid.
was regular, yeah. For
And
sure.
I think
Yeah.
how it was revealed as well, it was just like there, where you don't notice it initially. Then we're like, wait, he's in hybrid form at this
Low
point.
key, Big
Okay,
Mom looked better.
I mean,
I
Big
did-
Mom's
one of
Big
the-
Mom is wrong. Like
When it's-
Yeah.
We have so many showings of Paramecias that so when we finally get a very heavily Zoan filled arc, that we're just like, oh man, the hybrid form's got to go crazy. Then we saw page one. Page one was like, oh, this looks good. We saw X
I mean,
Drake. Oh, this is good.
Zones are always the devil fruits that I cared the least about, to be honest.
Really?
interesting.
So, I don't know. Rob
He's
Lucci
very
had me hyped for him.
straightforward.
Rob
Yeah, I mean,
Lucci and all of them had me very hyped for him.
Rob Lucci's
I
definitely
always-
amazing. I like that.
I always liked just the mystery of Paramecius and just how you didn't know
Facts.
what to expect. Like, you know, with fucking Mr. Five, you know, like boogers and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
it
cool.
was just like one of my favorite devil fruits
Boogie
that I
Doll,
always
bro.
complain about. I complain about Oda nerfing Gladius for no fucking reason.
OG, baby.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that, where he can't use his devil fruit on people. Whereas like we have all these other broken devil fruits. Why do you choose to nerf
Gladius.
Gladius? We can't actually rupture humans. I don't
that's
get
actually
that, 'cause I
wild.
think that devil fruit is fucking raw. I think it's raw as
I
hell
agree.
if he could do it on people.
Yeah.
I think everything about Gladius was raw. His design was raw. He should have been a top executive.
Design was great.
Yeah.
Design was great. It's just you know, but the Doflamingo family in
He had the
general-
flag fruit pussy. Fucking hate him.
Wow, that was wild. Flag fruit.
Fuck Diamante.
I don't know what that was about.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Oda-
Diamante.
Treble's still
Treble.
the worst.
Treble.
It doesn't
Yeah.
do a terrible
Garbage.
character. He's a
Diamante
good
is
villain.
actually a good villain.
Who?
Yeah.
No, Diamante,
he did
that's what I'm
it.
saying.
He
He
played
was
a
a
role
good
with
villain.
that guy.
His
He was a
devastator.
good villain for sure. Like the shit he was talking about Scarlet. Oh yeah,
It was really aggressive.
very good.
I hated Diamante. I did hate
He
him.
the main character of Dressrosa. Like,
Yeah.
But I hate him. I hate him for good reason. I hate him. I'm glad he was like written that way. But I hate him so much.
You talking about Diamante or
He's
Treble?
truly a villain. Trable, just throw him
Treble
away.
was annoying.
Burn him, throw him away, emaciate him. I hate him.
Emaciate him. My God.
Like, nothing good about him.
Now there.
Nope.
Now for me, because someone in the chat mentioned that appearance is secondary to performance, which I agree with the hybrid form, because the hybrid form that we've seen all the time has been the same.
Not bad. I like that.
Dark. I think it was a Dark General scale, right? And like I said with Ulti, right? And when in my video, when I did my review, Ulti and Kaido's hybrid form are virtually the same. The only difference is there's a face mask. They're literally the same thing. So for me, I'm expecting hybrid form Kaido I need those feats. I need it. If I don't see any difference in Kaido's fighting style in hybrid form, it'll be bitterly disappointing.
But Jay, here's the thing with the problem, I think, is that Kaido's been in hybrid form for a bit, right? And Luffy has been out of commission. He was out of commission for a while, and they're still alive. They're still relatively fine. So it's just like with the hybrid form, they've been holding their own against hybrid form Kaido and Big Mom.
That was my whole thing with it too.
Yeah.
That was my.
I mean,
I expected when we got to the roof, everybody was going to be.
Everybody should have been knocked out.
Yes.
Went hybrid form.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
I'm sorry, I
I
can't
don't even
remember
have
right
some
now.
bruises on him.
Was it Zoro or Kid who said like, "Yo, or was it Luffy?" That say, "Hey, we're damaged up pretty bad, but they feeling this too."
Luffy said that they should.
Luffy said that?
They should be able to feel it because we've been hitting them. And
Yeah,
then that
and
goes back
they're coming at them with everything they got, and like they're landing hits.
But now they want to split them up, and then it's like, okay,
I know you feel some type of way about that.
because you're splitting them up.
What would be the difference if you still can't hurt them?
You can't hurt them. You still have the same problem. Like,
Yeah, now y'all just split up and can't help each other.
it's like Oda is. I don't know if he's trying to say this without saying it. That Big Mom and Kaido have exceptional teamwork. That Big Mom is
I think that's what it
protecting
is.
Kaido, or like from the fatal hits. But
From,
I mean,
from the Rocks days, they probably work great in tandem.
I guess.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
guess. But it's just like, and if you split them up, where are you gonna put Big Mom where she can't affect the fight? You're gonna put her.
I mean,
where everyone is.
Yeah, Brago, I agree. The issue is that they're fucking floating. They're in midair.
Yeah.
So like, is Law gonna be
They're
like,
in there.
let's go to the ground real quick?
Law's
And-
gonna have to do something. I think Law's the only one that can actually deal with Big Mom's versatility.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna be split up in threes. I think
Or more people join as well.
Yeah, Yamato's gonna join the rooftop. I can almost guarantee we're gonna have the alleged Straw Hat team up of Zoro, Luffy, and Yamato versus
Sanji.
Kaido.
Because Sanji's invisible right now.
Sanji, no, he's not going there. He's not going there. And then
He trying to bait.
that's
Jay.
what I'm saying. It's not happening. You're not gonna get me. I'm much stronger than I was before. You're not gonna get me. And then we
Jay's
have
in his
Player
hybrid
on
form, man.
and then we have Law, Kid, and Killer versus Big Mom. Now that does seem Law, Kid, and Killer versus Big Mom sounds like a wash. I understand that, but if Kid finally fulfills the potential that we think he has,
That's the way for a kid to do it.
that's the way for it to happen. So
Oh, you think they're about to watch Big Mom?
they're not watching Big Mom. No shot.
Right, that's why I said
Just some
bro.
feet.
They're not
Just
watching.
a little.
That's what I'm saying. I just need feats. It's about feats. It's about feats.
Big Mom's
I don't
not
know. It's weird. I
See,
feel like
I'm with you,
Law has to
Randy.
be
I'm with you.
involved in the Kaido thing, though.
That
I feel like Law has to be involved with Kaido. It's so much there. Like that was the beginning of this journey, right? And so if Law is not involved in the kind of defeat of Kaido, it just doesn't feel real One Piece ish.
But what if?
Brago, here's
I
why I
think it
disagree.
splits up probably comes back.
I disagree because Law literally said, like, I plan to die here in Dressrosa. The Kaido shit, he really didn't even think he was going to make it to that. I don't even think that he
The
cared.
way I see it is Kid is not going to let Luffy outshine him, so he's not going to fight Big Mom. He's going to go after Kaido. So that's going to force Zoro. So, sorry for the ZKK boys, but I feel like Zoro is
Talk to
going to
them.
take on Big Mom
Yes, sir.
so that Luffy can focus on Kaido.
Zoro needs to go back downstairs.
Well, Big Mom is a swordsman.
Oh boy. All right.
Yo, bro.
Okay.
Is she not?
No.
She has a sword.
Yes.
I don't think,
So
you don't think she's a swordsman, Jay?
no.
All right, so what do you take? A
That's
Zoro
interesting.
tower climb or a cognac?
Interesting.
But this goes back to the Orochi thing, right? So things that need to be fulfilled for Orochi's like arc to go full circle, right? We already know that Zoro said like, I want to avenge Yasui, right?
Yep.
So there's a potential for Zoro to somehow fall off the roof and then have some sort of
I want that, but that's to me. So Randy, that makes the most narrative sense of the
So
entire
Zoro
arc.
falls
of Wano.
off the rooftop?
Yes, it makes so much narrative sense. Zoro
Does
killing
Enma stay?
Does Enma stay? Yes, it does.
So Enma stays on the rooftop. Zoro falls off.
Yes.
Because I've been seeing a bounty floating around of Enma on Discord lately.
Enma's bounty is crazy. Enma's bounty
So
is
I'm like, I'm not sure if that was a spoiler. That
Pirate Hunter Enma.
Pirate Hunter Enma.
I don't know.
It's up to the scabbards to cut
That's
off.
crazy. Zoro falls down off the rooftop and leaves Enma up
And
there.
Emma's there, and Kaido's terrified.
And then Emma
Picks up and starts punching
No,
him with it.
that's how they split it up. They put Enma in between Big Mom and Kaido. And Kaido can't pass.
Cross the line.
Right? The Odin truthers get this great moment when he like slices Enma, but then like Odin's shadow, his spirit comes out of the sword.
That's how Odin actually comes back.
Yeah.
Emma says, finally, I've been held back by my current user, but now I can go all out.
Now I've been released.
Bro, I saw somebody on Twitter. Like Zoro's gonna attack Kaido, and all of a sudden Odin's spirit's gonna be like a father-son Kamehameha.
Can happen.
Like the Cell Saga, like the end of the Cell.
Or Enma possesses one of Conjuro's clones. His Odin
Yo,
clone.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Yo, somebody said Emma put on the
now I
bandana.
Yeah, I saw the band. Emma puts on the bandana.
I need the shot of Zoro holding Enma with Kaido with Odin behind him,
I need
like
Yeah.
the end of the Cell Saga, like Goku and Gohan.
I need
Yes, the father-son Kamehameha. I need that.
You got
Carry
this.
on
You
my
got
will.
this, Zoro.
He's like behind him,
Carry
like,
on.
push-
You got this, Shimotsuki Zoro.
Father, son, Tatsumaki.
Oh,
Hey, you remind me of that man.
Is that Odin Zora? I knew it.
Oh my god!
All right, so we've had a lot of fun today, guys. I want to save the end of this stream for some Q&A.
Let's do it.
So I'll just go through it. So the dream, this one's probably for you, King. I'm not gonna lie. When Katakuri shows up to Wano, what role do you see him playing?
when Katakuri shows up to Wano,
What was the second part of the question?
What role do you see him playing? With the devil
I
emoji.
think Big Mom. I want Big Mom to go down in Wano. And as whack as many people think it is, it's probably going to be Amnesia, in my opinion.
Oof.
So I'm thinking, I'm hoping we still get a moment where it's like she kind of loses to Luffy somehow, where like you can kind of see she would have lost anyways, but then Amnesia kind of is just like to speed things up, and then maybe Katakuri pulls up, and then at that point, you know, he's kind of chilling. He's like, wait a minute, hold on, you're just a big baby, and like you're not gonna hurt my family or anything. I'm cool with that, because like at that point, nobody's gonna punch her in the head and be like, let's hope she turns back.
It would be really cool. It would be a cool Katakuri moment if, like, in the middle of it, you know, Big Mom, she's going through her amnesia shit, and all of a sudden, you know, the mirror world pops up. Katakuri walks out, you know, and then collects Big Mom and goes away.
That's wild.
It's just like, I feel like that would just be kind of like, wait, you brought Big Mom back just to have her just leave just on a whim like that? It wouldn't be that satisfying. As much as hype as that would be if Katakuri showed up.
I don't even know.
In Wano.
He's not showing up.
Yeah, I don't
know how. I really don't know how I feel about that.
Because that defeats the whole purpose of him not being there in the first place. He's protecting Whole Cake. Like, you have to divide your forces and all that.
Him and Thousand Arm Cracker.
Well, there was a theory going around that he was grounded, actually. Yo,
you gotta chill, bro.
Him, Cracker, they're grounded because they lost. So Big Mom grounded.
Because Snack lost jail.
Well, in the anime, it showed Snack on the show.
Oh yeah, they did.
It did.
In the anime. Which is weird as fuck because we haven't seen Snack at all.
Snack versus Judge.
What about Moscato?
Moscato's grounded as well.
He was on the ship too. And he was in the mountain.
He was.
Wild.
Moscato being alive is the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Back to death.
Come on, Jay. It's a theme.
Moscato, bro.
Come on, bro. It's like you didn't even need to bring him back. He served no.
And you know what's weird as hell? That people keep telling me that Bobbin is dead. I'm just like, why? Why you kill Bobbin? Out of
all the people to confirm dead, you confirm Bobbin.
Confirm Bobbin dead? Like, we didn't see him fix anything.
I was gonna say he didn't fix anything.
He didn't fix anything.
Why did you kill Bobbin?
See, I'm expecting Big Mom to do something devastating though, but by the end of this arc, like she's either going to be responsible for the death of a major character, or she is going to steal the life force from someone. And I think I don't believe that we're going to finish Big Mom off in this arc. I think that we're going to get more Big Mom, right? Because there's all this build up with Elbaf and her and all that. So all of this stuff could end with that. I think that there is potential for some really great Straw Hat fights versus the Big Mom pirates.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of.
Oh, you think they make it up the waterfall?
Maybe.
What's that?
You think they make it up the waterfall?
Oh, no, definitely not.
He's talking about Elbaf.
On a completely different island.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, it seems like people's views have completely shifted, because at one point we were all like, "Oh, Kaido and Big Mom are going to be having a conflict. It's the only way they can beat them," and no one's really talking about that anymore.
Betrayal or amnesia.
That was before that. That was before the alliance
sure.
happened. That chapter where we saw Big Mom and Kaido, because remember they initially started fighting. That was like, okay.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden they're drinking and eating together. It was like, wait, hold up.
Brago. Immediately, even still, while the alliance had happened, they think, oh, there's no way they don't betray each other. There's no way.
Well, the thing is, people are assuming Big Mom betrays Kaido.
She's out. Yeah. Once she knows where the poneglyph is, once she can actually access the poneglyph, she's out.
She even kind of,
because Kaido even had like, he was like, so you're already showing your true colors, right? So, I mean, if she gets a poneglyph, she probably might just dip out. Like, Kaido, you on your own, bro.
He said, "Take care, take care. I'm out."
Got what I can, but she still wants Luffy though.
She does. She want to kill Luffy. She wants
to. She wants Robin too.
She does want Robin.
Yeah,
so the thing is, she wants Robin, but I think for Big Mom, she doesn't feel like she needs Robin.
Yeah,
because she does have pudding in the bag,
right?
But putting to her,
if someone actually try to steal Robin, and then the Straw Hats actually show that they can defend her.
Yeah, I feel like if she actually gets kidnapped,
that would be awesome.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
like a CP0 agent tries to kidnap Robin, and then Sanji intervenes and starts fighting a CP0 agent. I would be okay.
I gotta be Sanji.
Why? Because Sanji's the closest.
That's what Sanji does.
He's the closest fighter. He's the closest type of fighter to fight a CP0.
Honestly, I don't know what Sanji does anymore. Actually.
So I mean, like I said, you must have not seen my Sanji video. You know what I'm saying? So I can I can put it out there. You know,
think I watch your videos, bro?
Ah, see, it be your own niggas, right? So like I said, I prototype. Anyway,
your own brother.
I'm about to start taking applications for my other Henny cool brother. The classifications is you have to drink Hennessy. That's the first thing you need to do.
I recommend Ty. What about Ace of Spades?
Yeah, Ace of Spades. I like that. Okay, Taekwon. It'd be a good replacement. Okay.
Oh, is Taekwon as that new Henny cool brother?
I think me and Taekwon could. I think we could make it big. I think me and Taekwon could go places. I think we could.
Oh, so you saying you and Virgo aren't going places?
Nah, we are. We good. We moving.
I think me and Taekwon could go places.
It's a good suggestion. Okay, all right. Nah, but
that's crazy.
Randy, I saw.
Gonna take that.
Hey man, listen. It is what it is. All right, man.
Yeah.
He's on it. Hey, I will never stop progress. If he's on a new beginnings, he's on a new beginnings. It's fine.
It's not like Cap, but very.
Nah, you can be.
I mean, shit, nigga, it's April 1st.
I know, Randy. I know you agree with this.
Touche.
Right? So Sanji's gonna. He's got. He doesn't have to, but a conversation with Perospero makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot.
I've been saying that for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like, and people can even go to like way early videos where I say like I want Sanji to fight Perospero, and I say this because I hold Sanji responsible for Pedro.
Yes,
and you know, in some fashion, like that. I mean, and you could. There's so many layers where you can keep going. Well, it's Big Mom's fault. It's big. No. Like Sanji made a choice.
Yep,
made a choice. He went to Whole Cake. Pedro went to Whole Cake because Sanji made that choice.
Yep.
Other people made that choice. You know, the only choice that he could make.
Right.
Sure,
I like this,
but
I kind of
he's responsible for that. So now Pedro also, he's a grown man. He made his own decisions. He decided what he wanted to do. So Perospero is not exactly, you know, truly at fault for that. But Sanji, with his kind heart and everything like that, is still going to feel that. And that's why it's going to mean something.
Also, not to mention that last moment of Whole Cake Island, Sanji was comforting Carrot as well, and you know how Sanji feels about his passion for protecting women, and seeing Carrot's tears for what happened with Pedro, and that one
Sanji
panel where you see his face, you know, damn it, Brago, what you know.
What you got, Brizzy? What you got?
Oda has this like female savior complex, where like a guy has to come in and like protect the woman.
Right.
Like it's just the way that he writes the story. So I was actually expecting Sanji this whole time to show up to that fight and save Carrot. Now that didn't happen, but Oda's been maneuvering the pieces to where it seems like Sanji and Perospero are going to link up no matter what.
Absolutely. It's gonna happen. There's no way.
Jay, you'd like that?
I think it's a case of Sanji will beat Perospero handily because Perospero's at a disadvantage. That Diablo Jambe is gonna destroy his candy. Like it's over.
Oh yeah.
So, but I think what's gonna happen is if you know where Perospero is currently.
I'm messaging the first time Perospero bodies him.
Well, hold on. If you look at chapter 1006, Perospero was at the entrance of the Skull Dome. Sanji was just told that the sealed storeroom where Momo and Yamato were was the entrance of the Skull Dome. The last time we see Perospero in that chapter, he's looking at Marco and King. He said that you already know he's already had an interaction with Marco. We know Perospero is probably going to do some underhanded shit to try and sneak Marco while he's distracted by King or Queen. Sanji comes in at the moment, intervenes, stops Perospero, has an altercation, maybe beats him, maybe not, but then he helps out Marco to do a tag team with King, Sanji versus King and Queen. And I think that's how it's going to work. But Perospero is like the hors d'oeuvre to it.
Hors d'oeuvre.
He's like the Bluno.
Damn, he said my nigga some cheese and crackers.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
with an olive on top.
I don't know. I feel like Perospero going down that easily would be a little weird. I don't know. He seems a bit more formidable.
How does
he is? But
how does the Carrot thing come back?
It's a matchup. It's a matchup thing. And you said, how does the Carrot thing come back?
Yeah, because like, what's she doing the rest of the arc then?
Well, she got folded. I think that's it for her.
Down.
Yeah, I think she just got folded.
Oh, she's looking out.
Yeah, she was looking out.
Just looking out. You know, that's all she's gonna do. Just look out.
We didn't even see Wanda. We just saw Carrot. That's the wild part. Wanda was just like, where's the body at?
I'm pretty sure Wanda was there. She was slumped.
She was slumped.
Yeah, she slumped in bed.
She was there. She got bodied as well.
Yeah, she probably just got bodied first.
And I think
I just want to see that level of shit talking between Perospero and Sanji.
Oh yes, because you know he's gonna talk crazy. He's like, I bodied that bitch Wanda and that bitch Carrot. They were weak. Women are so weak. Like I see him just insulting.
That's when we're gonna get a great Sanji line.
Yeah,
we're gonna get.
Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine
a Hunter line. Like that's
exactly.
what I want. Yeah, Perospero gonna be like, I'm gonna lick you, and Sanji gonna be like, I'm too hot for you to lick me.
And then Brago, think about it this way. Sanji shouldn't. If
I don't know about that way.
That's wild. That's wild.
Look at Randy. Randy wasn't having.
That's what you went to?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, that's what's in your bag?
That's what you want? Nah. But think about it this way. That Perospero could serve as the
Look at snorted.
Perospero could serve as the precursor to show us one, Sanji using Diablo Jambe in unison with the raid suit. The fact that it's the fire that will be the main weakness of Perospero, it's just a bad matchup. It doesn't make Perospero weak, it's just a terrible matchup. So he folds Perospero in the raid suit, then we get to see him go all out against a commander with the raid suit to know how powerful he really is. Because we don't know how strong Sanji is with the raid suit yet. We actually don't.
I mean, yeah, we don't really know how strong he is without it.
I think him fighting like Queen too would be a good chance for him.
We don't.
Really
don't look around,
yeah,
Bugger. You know
so too.
I didn't say anything, man.
The way you looked around, you're like,
I mean, bro, but I feel like that's like how we feel about most of the Straw Hats, you know?
I only feel about that about two Straw Hats, Sanji and Zoro.
I think Luffy was a weird one. I'm not sure how strong Luffy is.
That's your Katakuri bias. I'm not doing that.
It's not bias. It's facts.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
No, he knows it is,
bro. But you have to understand, people slander Katakuri so unnecessarily.
I saw somebody in the chat just now say every supernova on the rooftop got better feats than Katakuri.
That is fucking wild.
So that is such a falsity.
It's so stupid. Like, why do people like? It's like, don't use Luffy.
Meta Curry was extremely impressive, and y'all just want these other commanders to be so much better. That's why y'all think he wasn't impressive.
Kids choke slams could kind of go crazy. So
Cap. That harpoon is dumb. By the way, I want everybody to know that harpoon is fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's not cool. People that said the harpoons are cool are not. No.
What do you mean by that?
It's dumb. He's not fighting a whale. It's not. This is not Moby Dick.
He's fighting a fish.
No, he's not. That's a dragon. You know. Don't listen. They say it's a fish.
Hey, man.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I think the harpoon's a nice touch.
I disagree.
I think it's cool.
I think Kid finally realized that sharp objects
what's
work.
Cool about it?
Okay, but like, where's the damage?
What?
What do you mean? You want to see the harpoon?
What are you talking
I want to see the harpoons in action. Then, if they're that fearsome, I want to see them.
Nigga, it was the first time we saw them.
I'm just.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see. I mean, I think it's smart though to have like a sharp object fighting against these motherfuckers.
Yeah, because I
believe choke slamming
that blunt, that slamming shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, you gotta admit it's an improvement, right? And Kid, I mean,
I prefer to
give him credit. He's kind of creative, man.
I prefer the choke slams. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer the choke slams.
You prefer the choke slams?
I prefer the choke slams. I do. To the harpoon.
Why?
Because it's being very ingenuitive.
The Kid is getting outshined by his vice captain.
That's what I'm saying. Killer looks much better.
You're not wrong. He is. But like, I thought it was a cool touch. I mean, I've said this since the fight began that Kid has been the least impressive. But
I'm sitting here reading those people that look at Zoro like he's the captain. I'm looking at Killer like, he must be the captain.
Exactly. Legitimately.
What was that move where he turned into like a Beyblade? It was sick.
Sonic boom. The Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic something.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was a bigger feat than I've ever seen anything Kid do.
Absolutely. He actually did damage.
You guys just wait till he gathers up a whole bunch of metal. I swear to God.
So let's.
I mean, I think that's a bit unfair.
Eventually,
I think
it's unfair.
It's a bit unfair, right? Because it's kind of like with certain characters, it's like a matchup thing where the Sonic thing it works for Kaido, but I mean, I don't know how many choke slams Killer is taking from Kid. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
So I mean, I do think Kid's moment is coming. If it doesn't come, I mean, I would say Kid would have to be like one of the major failures in One Piece.
Yes,
for sure.
I mean, if the moment doesn't come, it's just like sex. If there's no coming, you didn't do your job.
Sir?
Party.
Jay, can you get your man?
Yeah, I don't know who he is. I don't know this guy. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know how you got here.
If there's no coming, the job wasn't done by either party.
All right, so it's been great, guys. Thank you for the stream. Appreciate it.
Oh my god!
But Randy, there's actually a question for you. Isho Lee says, "What are your opinions on the Netflix live action series in works aside from Randy?" I don't know if that's sense, but I mean,
so they said everybody except Randy.
Aside from Randy, so I guess
it's like I don't want to hear from Randy, man.
Nah.
But yeah, what are your what are the rest? Oh, he's talking about us. See, I can't read.
Sorry, Randy.
I've made videos on the live action.
Okay,
right.
Okay, well, I mean, I want to hear your opinion anyway, Randy. I don't know why he said aside from Randy, but I want to hear your opinion.
He probably watched the videos, so he knows his opinion.
That's probably
He's done like a 3-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah, part 4 coming soon.
Are you excited for it? Do you have good anticipations for it?
For me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. No. So I mean, like I work in the film industry, so that's like I made the videos from that perspective. Like if you said to me 10, 15, even 5 years ago or whatever that that they were going to do it, I would say, I don't know. But technology now, I think it's possible. It's really just going to come down to casting. As long as they cast it properly, that there's chemistry between the actors the right way. There's no reason why it can't work. Why it can't.
Do you have any names in mind?
For cast?
Yeah.
Like
any actors that you can think of that can accurately portray or capture the essence of some of these characters.
Yeah. I mean, for anybody that wants in depth, my Netflix part 2 video, I did a whole like casting thing, and part 4 is going to be even more casting picks for like season 2. But The crew is tough. The crew that's a tough sell because it's mostly going to be unknown actors to begin with. So, and
they have to reach your hearts the same way.
I think you gotta nail Luffy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta nail Luffy.
You have to nail
Like long term too.
You have to nail them all.
You have to nail them all.
I do think personally, I think it's easier to find Zoro.
It is easier to find Zoro.
I disagree.
Nami is another one that I think is very important. You got to get Nami right, I think.
I think Nami can be found as well. I think Nami would pretty easy.
It's really not that easy. Like, especially if they're doing the early pre-time skip arcs where you're really getting in their personalities.
I think Luffy's personality is a bit more. It's a bit
than
more
the rest.
Weird. Yeah.
These people have to like sign off for a long time.
Like I need someone to do Nami and Arlong Park, and they got a hit, bro.
That's the first of all, and I say that in my video too. Like, if that moment doesn't hit, then the show isn't going to work.
The show's
it gotta hit. It's gotta hit.
That's the moment that's going to make or break that first season.
Yeah,
help me.
I think that moment is important, right? But I do think there are moments that we can see that in the live action format may have more of an impact, right? And of course, it's dependent on how much they adapt, how quick the pacing is. Because where does season 1 where is that projected to be ending off at?
I think
so.
End of East, right?
My estimation is since they're doing 10 episodes, they're all going to be an hour long. I feel that they're going to end at the barrels right before
they go to First Mountain.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really tough to capture all that in the 10 episodes.
So you have 10 hours there, right? And as far as the anime is concerned, that's 15 hours. Mm-hmm. So and you got to keep in mind, a lot of people want to compare this to other anime properties that have been turned into live action, right? But every single one of those properties were made into a film. You look at the Death Note, right? That was a 30-something episode show turned into a 2-hour movie. Doesn't work. So here, for the first time ever, the Cowboy Bebop show is going to come out before it, but for the first time ever, a series is being turned into a television show with multiple seasons. That's going to be able to breathe. Right. So they're going to be able to develop things. I think that they're going to be able to set things up way beforehand. Like we can see bounty posters for the supernovas.
Yep.
We can see the supernovas. We can see tattoos for Baroque works in East Blue.
Right.
There's layers of Easter eggs that we can look at and
we're going to go crazy because we're going to be like, oh shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's so many ways to do fan service to make this thing work. It's all about the cast. And so it's like really important. I had some picks for Luffy in my video, but even then, like I still feel like there's someone that's better out there. Like all of the picks that I believe in are all the people that I picked outside of the crew. Like I want to see Ken Jeong as Buggy.
Okay.
Ken Jeong. Oh my god,
that's a fun one.
I love Ken Jeong.
I don't know who this guy is. Let me look him up. I wanted to lie and say, "Oh my God, Ken Jeong," but I was like, "Yeah,
you definitely know who he is. You just
you know who he is from Hangover."
Yes, oh, him!
Yeah.
You know exactly who the fuck that is.
The guy, yeah, that guy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
AKA Leslie Song, AKA.
That's who I want for Buggy. I shouted at the rooftop.
He would be perfect for Buggy. Oh my God.
It'd be an interesting take on Buggy. Yeah.
I want to see that.
Who for Smoker?
Long game.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Joel Kinnaman. He was like the RoboCop
reboot. Suicide Squad, right?
He's
for Smoker.
Just Googling.
Okay, I can see him being Smoker.
Oh yeah. This dude.
See, this is better. Like, not to like or anything like that, but like I in the video I have pictures and I put video next to it, like so you can see these people act.
Okay.
So I went extra in the video. Like you could, I give you people. I let you know why I think they're good for the role, and then I play a video of them. Because if I just shout names, like you had to Google who Ken Jeong was, like that. But most people probably would.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out then.
It's funny when people that watch The Hangover would automatically know that he's that guy.
Like
you want to fuck on me? Like,
I like that pick. I do.
Okay.
the buggy, yeah, that would be pretty fucking awesome.
I do
I
have
like
high-
the smoker pick as well.
Darius the God said Johnny Depp for Mihawk. Yo,
They're not gonna get any like big names. I feel like.
See, if
I don't think so either.
a lot of people
But Ken Jeong is
like
to me
Johnny
a
Depp
big
and
one.
That's a big
Roger and all
Ken-
of stuff. Like, I want to see Pedro Pascal.
That's like an A/B list. You know.
Pedro Pascal is Roger.
It's a top of the league.
that's got okay. Someone said Gal Gadot as Robin.
no,
Ooh,
like,
I mean,
Yo, come
He said,
on.
I'm not mad at that one.
I ain't mad at that one, dog. I ain't mad at that one, bro. I'm just saying.
look,
No,
I get
He
that.
said
I get
no.
that. Like it works 15 years ago, or no, probably 10 years.
I was about to say that's aggressive. That was really.
Are you saying she old?
Ah,
She's
damn.
too old for the role. Yeah,
That's cap.
and
I
there's
disagree.
and but the other thing too is that she's Wonder Woman, right?
True.
She's got all these other
Touche.
movies. So the thing is like
It would have to
I
be a
look at it
passion
from a
thing.
realistic standpoint. The actors that have to play these roles have to play the role for 10 years. This is Game of Thrones logic applies. So they're going to be shooting for 8 to 10 months of the year, flat period.
That's
they can't
fair.
go and do other movies. They can't do other TV shows. Like
This has to be their identity.
30-day shoot. Like, and I'm getting into like real film specifics here, but it's just like this logistically, you're never going to get someone like Gal Gadot to play Robin. Like, does it work? Yeah, a few years ago, sure. But if there's an actor that is already on a TV show, that is already in the Marvel franchise or whatever, like you're not going to, unless that character is only in 1 episode, 2 episodes, that's not what's going to happen. You're going to get people that you've probably never heard of, or you'd be like, oh, I do recognize that person from that one thing that I saw, or oh yeah, okay. But that's just the way it's going to be.
It would have to be a passion thing. If like say Gal Gadot is like
sure.
a secret huge One Piece fan or some shit.
One Piece fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because for Gal Gadot, when I think about her, I mean, I think about, you know, obviously she's Wonder Woman. I'm just like, what else?
But it's like, for instance,
Fast and
a lot of
Furious.
people know. A lot of
Hold on, Chief.
Someone said LeBron is Arlo. LeBron is Arlo.
LeBron would do it.
He's got the height. He's got the.
Yo,
He do got the
Tanuki
hype.
said Brago for Daz Bones. These niggas.
I want Bokeem Woodbine.
Bokeem
Bro-
Woodbine.
me and Khalifa
Yeah,
as
I'm gonna have
Violet.
to
Yo,
Google that one.
Wildin in the
Yeah.
chat. Come on.
He looks very familiar.
As Daz Bones.
You see-
You've definitely seen Bokeem, man.
Come on, man.
I have not. He said you've
I'm
definitely
sorry,
seen
what?
Bokeem, man. No, I have not.
I want Michael Jai White as Daz Bones.
Yo,
Isn't he too old?
Michael Jack. Why, y'all?
What does age have to play into Daz Bones though?
It plays in the Gal Gadot.
Yeah, because that's the crew.
Yeah, she's gonna be around all the time. Daz Bones, you really only need him twice.
Why would Tariq from Power be Usopp? How does that make any sense?
Why would Millie Bobby?
That's a
Millie
wild
Bobby
ass
Brown
Tariq
was
from Power.
Nah.
What if Ghost is dragging?
What if Ghost is
As the kid who gave Zoro the rice bowl. That's hilarious.
Goes to Dragon Tommy Smoker. Come on.
I'm crying.
Oh, well, I like the what's her name? What? Hulk Hogan for Kaido. Come on, guys.
No.
Well,
Scarlett
that's-
Johansson.
Michael B. Jordan is Chopper.
Sarah J is
Michael
Big
B. Jordan.
Guys,
Sarah J is Big Mom. Wow.
guys.
Oh my god.
Sarah J's Big Mom will go crazy.
Scarlett Joe, Konami.
That's wild.
Who
Okay,
could play
one-
Big Mom
one-
though?
The one suggestion I
Tyler
did
Perry.
really like
Rosie O'Donnell.
was
Tyler Perry.
one
Wow.
suggestion I did like was
Jussie Smollett's Bon Clay. That works.
That does
Yo,
work.
chill out.
But
Problem.
from a passion standpoint, right? Like, because you bring that up, like people that are fans, like it's pretty well known that Jamie Lee Curtis is actually a fan of One Piece.
Okay.
Shut up. That's
I'm
what
not
I'm gonna
lying.
say.
She posted it on Twitter. Like she put a picture of her
Nice.
going to see Film Gold.
I like her, dog.
Like so, like
Really?
Jamie Lee Curtis, Dr. Correja. Like it just,
Oh, that
like,
would be
if
perfect.
That would be amazing.
Oh,
they
that
don't
would be
do
perfect.
that.
That would
You're
be cool.
wilding.
That has to
Jamie
be
Lee Curtis,
done.
good
Go
actor.
for it.
The only other person that she can play is like Suru, Vice Admiral Suru. But it's
Yes,
like
sir.
you need to give her due and like
Yeah.
Correja-
Gentlemen,
Sura would have to be a little bit more relevant in the live action than she would be in the
exactly.
actual
If you're gonna,
series,
so
yeah.
that's why I'm saying like it's got to be.
Kureha makes a lot of sense.
This is Steven Adams is a One Piece fan as well.
Steven Adams would be
yes, and so is Rudy Gobert.
Is he?
Yeah, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, like
two
Luffy
years
shoes one
ago,
time or something
2
like
years
that.
ago, he had the One Piece shoes in the playoff game.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
What about Avril Lavigne for Bonnie? I heard she was a One Piece fan.
Oh yeah, because
Nah, she could play. She could play.
That's crazy.
yo, I actually have a
She
good
play
question.
Perona.
Yes.
Corona be
Corona.
nice.
Yes.
What about Lil Uzi Vert as Mr. Five?
Rudy as Aokiji. Rudy Gobert's
Yeah, Lil
Aokiji.
Lil
Rudy
Uzi as Mr.
Gobert's
Five.
Aokiji could kind of go
Aokiji is
crazy.
better. Yeah, that's
That
kind
could
of
go crazy actually. For real.
Yeah.
Randy,
I'd rather see
drop that video you have in our chat.
Yaya Abdul
Yeah,
Mateen.
drop the video in the chat so people can see.
Drop that video in the chat for you. Actually want to see that.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna watch it. You just talking.
Hey, Grizzly. No, funny enough, I watch a lot more videos of people around the community.
My nigga, you said you didn't watch my Sanji video. You ain't shit. I don't want to hear that. You lying snake.
I didn't watch your Sanji video
He's a
because you made a
capper.
Sanji video, bitch.
Wow.
Whoa.
I didn't watch it.
Wow. You see that? Y'all see that chat? He called me a bitch.
I think Virgo's
I've
taking his
talked to you
possible
for so
replacement.
long,
Like
I
this.
know
I don't know.
you
I think
already-
so, bro. I think there's replacements on the cards. I'm not gonna lie. It's on the
Bro,
cards.
replace me. See what
Kendrick
happens.
Lamar's Fisher Tiger. Yep.
You gotta put up a different picture right now.
I'm crying.
Replace me.
Replace me.
Replace me. I want
Tears
you
in his
to.
eyes. That's why he turned off his camera. Replace me.
So
Replace me with Morge, actually.
so we actually know Violet Myers is actually a really big One Piece fan based on you know
Of
her
course.
collab with Heavenly.
Oh yeah,
Heavenly
Jay.
Controller.
Oh yeah, Jay.
Heavenly Controller. Leave
Jay
me
been
alone.
waiting to get in that
Alright,
bag.
No, I'm
Research.
You don't gotta
Okay.
do that.
What you saying, Jay?
Intense
with,
research.
with her collab with Prince Joshua?
Huh?
Wait, what's going on? Bro?
Yeah, nigga. Nigga. Do you want to explain that? Do you want to dive into that one? That's crazy.
What you talking about?
All right, but yeah, I was
He
thinking.
exposed himself.
I think that would be a good placement for Robin if she ever was curious, because they was. If you look at in Game of Thrones, you remember Tyrion's girl, Shay, the French girl.
Yes.
There, we have seen that transition of porn actress into an actual actress, so that's possible.
Oh, she did porn.
Yes, she did. There was an article on it.
Oh, did you see the video?
I hate this man.
He knew that was my next question.
I knew he was coming.
The video? How was it, man?
I know you did your research, Jay.
I did, you know what I'm saying? Extensive research. I had to do what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? But it's
okay.
possible. But
I didn't know that.
all right, let's get off this goddamn topic.
Man, you brought a Violet Myers, man.
Hey, listen, I shouldn't have done it, but I thought it would be a good.
I don't know what you think Violet Myers is gonna do to One Piece live action. But
Give me Black Maria.
All right, so
God.
let's do a last question to wrap it up, because it is late and the One Piece chapter is dropping later tonight, so I got to find some way to keep myself awake.
Are you trying to be
Yeah, no. So we have 3 One Piece characters you are excited to see after Wano.
What are we starting with?
Anybody can go.
All right, let me think. 3 One Piece characters I'm excited to see after Wano. Smoker.
That's a good pick. SSG, yeah.
SSG Smoker? Yeah.
Vivi for me.
Vivi's that's another good one as well.
Shanks and Blackbeard are obvious ones.
Blackbeard is one that will permanently
Yeah.
be on my list for certain. I need to see Blackbeard.
Bellamy. I want to see Bellamy return.
Interesting.
And
Vivi, what she's up to.
Mm-hmm.
and you know my man Gin.
Gin.
No.
Been waiting 20 years for my
Will
man
Gin
Gin
from
return to the
Baratier?
story.
That's heavy
Yeah,
headcanon.
what other
You
game,
mean
bro?
who's who?
Right. I'm about to say he's already here, man.
That is heavy headcanon.
Damn, post Wano. Dofi.
Dofi.
I kind of want to learn more about Kizaru too.
Kizaru is definitely something that I would like to see
Yeah.
as well. I need to see him I want him to get a real fight, like a legitimate.
Facts.
I don't.
Oda
I
limits
think
him
it's
so
something
He was about to
much.
pull up,
minor
bro.
and
He's
dragging
about to pull up.
going forward.
Kizaru is so stronger than we think he is, and it bothers me because Oda doesn't show it.
How strong do you think he is?
He's trolling all the time.
I think he could.
Zoro?
I think he's
Ben
just as
Beckman.
strong. I think he's just as strong as Akainu and Aokiji. I think he's just as strong as them.
You're wrong.
I mean,
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not
mad at you.
I'm not
I'm not mad at that. Thinking the whole trio are like all around each other. That's not crazy.
Oh, you know who I actually want to see. I mean, I do want to see Ian, but my real third pick would be Crocodile.
Yes, Crocodile's my third pick as well. I need to. I'm telling you, bro. The theory that Crocodile could replace Doflamingo as the Underworld Emperor would be amazing, and work with Blackbeard. That would be really nice. I would
See,
love to see.
I feel like Crocodile is going to come back whenever the ancient weapons are in play, because
Oh,
that's his whole narrative line.
True.
That makes
True.
I agree. I mean, seeing like a little pan of Crocodile when obviously they were like finding out about Luffy. Like he was in a position of power again. Like he was surrounded by people. He's at a desk. I'm like, yo, Crocodile is like once again back in motion. Like, what's going on with him?
Well, that's the thing. Crocodile. Go ahead.
I was just saying he's not sleeping.
No, well, that's the thing. Crocodile
No, yeah,
suffered from.
he's making moves again.
I think he suffered from Katakuri syndrome, where just because he lost to Luffy, we underestimate him. But in Marineford,
That's so early.
yeah,
he got some redemption though.
he did. He has a heavy
Marineford.
presence in Marineford, a heavy presence. So for me,
He had a lot of insane portrayal.
He was looking good. Pause.
Looking
Yeah,
great.
he
Tried
was
to
straight.
Mihawk a little bit.
he knows Ivankov, like he's from the New World. So I'm thinking
It's
like,
a lot there.
there's
So
a
hold
lot
on,
to deal with.
was the Noah Ivankov like some sort of clout?
Yes,
He took 4 L's at Marineford.
I think Ivankov is
he
another
didn't
one
take
that
any
people
L's,
don't
yeah.
respect a lot. But Ivankov is
So
cool.
Crocodile's with his
Ivankov,
mom?
yeah, holding Ivankov was holding their own in what's it called in Marineford against Akainu too.
Why didn't you say her?
Listen.
What do you mean by that?
Anywho, but yeah, because you never know. I mean, Ivankov could switch between whatever she wants.
So okay.
Yeah, so
she would be-
Ivankov is quite gender fluid. Yes.
exactly. So at this point, whatever the correct pronouns are, just tell me in the chat.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, but at that point, I think Crocodile is definitely someone I would like to see. Blackbeard for sure. I would like to see a bit more Dragon. I want more dialogue with Dragon.
A lot more.
I need a dragon backstory so badly.
And I don't think we're gonna
Garp
get
too,
that.
low key.
Garp. I think the tidbits
Just
of
some
Garp.
backstory.
So you want like
Maybe some
Interesting.
dragon and Garp.
Garp is
stuff?
an interesting one. I don't know how much I want to know about Garp. I don't know. I don't know.
I think
Garp.
more of his
I
like
feel
prime
like
I think
Roger.
what I want to know about Garp is tied to
the
Dragon.
Roger shit. Yeah.
It's tied to Dragon mostly.
Yeah.
That
A lot with
dynamic.
Dragon.
How did they end up where they are now? Of course, they're still on speaking terms, obviously.
Clearly,
But-
yeah. He said that in post Eddie's
Yeah.
lobby.
But how did Dragon stray so far from the light?
Yeah.
Well, Randy, tell him about
Or rather, Brago, how did he find the light? He thinks
tell him
he's
the
doing
truth.
Well, Garp is the leader of Sword.
I agree.
As a, yeah.
all we do.
And
You
Garp
got me with
and
that one.
Dragon want the same thing. They're just going at it from 2 different avenues. That's all it is. That's all it is. All of Garp's flip-flop motives in the series will make sense if Oda just says Garp is the leader of Sword and he's been trying to take down the world government for years.
That would be.
And that's it. And then Dragon was just impatient. He's like, I don't want to go through the system like you're doing. I'm going to go my own way.
Which is cool. Which is cool. And I like that because like Dragon seems like he's more
beyond
about
that.
like
More radical.
He has a plan, obviously, but he's like he really wants quicker change. He hates how the world is right now. Garp.
Well, Garp is the person that wants to make change from within the organization, right?
Correct.
Where Dragon is like, let me just make my own organization and change it that way.
Just turn the world upside down.
Yeah. Where
Yeah,
they had to, but there's a moment. I'm sure something happened where Dragon said, "Fuck it," because I would assume that his views aligned with Garp. Garp wanted the same thing, but it's something that happened for him to say,
Yeah.
"I can't
Set him
go
off
down
yeah.
this path that
And it
you're
had to
going
do
on."
with the Celestial Dragons.
Had to have done with that.
Absolutely.
Where Garp maybe
100%.
turned his, You know, he just turned a blind eye to it, and Dragon's like, "How the fuck can you do that?"
Yeah.
Baby God Valley.
Margo, you're on board. You're still on board with the fact that him and Akainu have some history, correct?
I feel like it.
I think Akainu's thing is just goes with
That's all justice.
justice.
Akainu, like a lot of people want to say Akainu's in Sword. Like, I don't believe that for 1 second. I do believe
I don't think there's no
Hell
way in
no.
fucking hell.
Fuck
No
no.
way. No way
I
in magma.
there's a history between Akainu and Dragon because of how hard, like, he was going after Luffy and saying Dragon's son, Dragon's son.
That's why I think.
I think Dragon was I presume that Dragon
A
was
Marine.
at one point was a Marine, a recruit.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
probably.
He
That's why Garp was pushing for it so
whatever
hard.
happened, sent him off.
Absolutely. And I
And
think Dragon
he knows the inside, like, scoop. He's got the inside scoop, so they're after him. It's
he
like,
could have been a
wow.
recruit back then with Akainu. That could have been his like main, adversary back then,
Yeah.
And maybe it's after seeing someone become a Marine and flip and then go against the world government to Akainu. That's like blasphemy. People
Maybe
that
it's
were
the
running
rule.
away from war. He was like, "Hey man, you're running away. You got to die." So-
Maybe Zephyr doesn't exist. Maybe Dragon really only has one arm.
I really want Zephyr to exist. I want Zephyr to exist. Believe it or not, I really want him to exist. That's why
Zephyr
that.
can.
Dragon's
Yeah,
arm.
he got
bro.
you good. Huh?
Dragon left
Dragon-
out revolutionary.
That April Fool's joke broke my spirit because I really want Zephyr to be canon. He's such a
It's
good
canon.
character.
It's, Virgo is canon. Trust me.
Zephyr's
Trust
so
me, bro.
good.
That's my source. Trust me, bro.
Wait. Can I ask you guys a question? Out of all the One Piece movies,
Absolutely.
which one is your favorite? Which one's the best One Piece movie to you guys?
Z.
You got one Z.
I haven't seen many of them. I've only seen Stampede at this
So
point.
like,
Ooh,
I
yeah,
love
you gotta watch
Stampede. But
King might
I
be
have a-
fraudulent.
I
Yeah,
have a
King, you might
I
be
have a
fraudulent,
weird-
bro. You might just expose yourself, bro.
You might be a
You
fraud.
might be a fraud, bro.
Jay, you found a feature for Fraud Father.
Okay, all right.
Get him on there.
I'm about to have a podcast with King, the Fraud Chronicles.
sure.
Get him on the
Okay.
He's like, man, I just seen Stampede.
I
I think it's clearly
have a
Z. I mean,
special-
I think Z is the consensus
special
best.
love for Film Gold.
Film Gold is kind of mid to me. I don't know.
It's
The characters in Film Gold are funny.
I think the
Like,
best.
I like.
You just like what's her name
Baccarat.
tits, bro.
You
Come
just
on,
like Baccarat, yeah. You just
But Baccarat,
That's it. That's it.
Baccarat's a baddie. But listen,
yo, the little vanishing fucker, I like him.
well, the best story is Film Z. I think of all the
Sure.
all the movies, the best story is Film Z.
I think it feels
it's the
more
one,
part of
it's
One
the
Piece.
one
Yes.
that ties back the most into the actual story.
And we got canon shit from the movie.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. About Aokiji and his actual fight with Akainu, seeing the ice leg and
The
everything.
results of it,
Bro. Like,
it was crazy.
King, if there's anything,
I mean, I think.
if there's anything I need you to do, Film Z is something you definitely.
Oh,
should
yeah.
watch. You got to do it.
Damn, he hasn't seen
The
it.
film
That's
That's what I'm saying. You have to see Film Z. You. If
Well,
you're-
I think though, like you should probably work your way up. I mean, maybe you can start a Strong World.
You should watch Zoro whoop Sanji's ass.
I mean, you got to watch Strong World, and you have to at least read or watch Chapter 0.
I
Chapter
read
Zero.
Chapter 0.
Chapter Zero
I
was
did read.
great.
Yeah,
That was good.
yeah. I think Strong World. Start from Strong World, and you can watch some Z Gold.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so for Film Z, even if you don't really care that much about the story and the lore, they throw hands.
Bro, the
Yeah,
boxing.
Kizaru was
Kizaru versus Zephyr is
Man.
clean. Very clean.
Bro, like
Kizaru's
Zephyr
like, sorry, I got to
Loki-
body you, bro.
I need Film Z to just be canon. I need like
That would
I
be
need
great.
a standard version of that. Like that whole storyline. Like it was the closest thing to Water 7 since Water 7.
Oh,
It was
my
was
favorite.
It was very well
Oh,
written. Very well written.
it was really good.
Oh,
It
good.
made me care
Oh,
about Z a lot,
a lot.
and just how much he did for the Marines. And just how much the prominent Marines that he was over was like, okay, his influence is great. And if Oda made it that
trained the
Zephyr was
admirals.
like, yeah, if he was the guy from back then with Garp and Roger or with Garp and Sengoku, I mean,
it makes sense.
it would fit.
It
It
makes
would fit.
complete sense.
Great villain, actual stakes. Like
Yep.
And then the
Yep.
fact that the final fight, if
The Neo
there wasn't a certain factor, you know how that fight would have ended. You just know it, and they
Of course.
emphasize that. Not to mention,
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
It also
It was very good.
it gave you insight to how strong Garp could be with the way Zephyr fought after he took off his giant little metal arm.
It's just like he is, without spoiling anything, his whole story and like how his motivations like were dope to me. I don't know.
They were great.
Yeah.
His motivations were dope.
He was validated.
Did you guys like Guild Tesoro?
No.
Entertainment City.
His
power was okay.
He was.
He was a reverse Dofi.
He was.
He was powerful.
Did you see the there was like lore behind that he actually fought Dofi?
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait,
what?
Yes.
And
No, I
beat Dofi?
didn't actually.
Yeah, him and Dofi had a conversation apparently.
Bullshit. Or whatever.
Tesoro.
Yes.
Yes.
The thing, I think with a film
I'm gonna
Gold,
body this nigga. What?
I actually think visually, and I think visually, film Gold was actually very, very entertaining. Not to mention,
I like
it was beautiful. It was a beautiful film.
It was a moment when it came to theaters.
Oh yeah, because I did watch it in theaters, and
I watched it in theaters, but they only had the dub available in my area.
Oh yeah, we watched it subbed. Yeah, damn.
When I watched it,
yes,
it took like it took a good 15 minutes to get used to Luffy's voice.
Yeah,
the others were fine, but Luffy's voice was just like I was like, ah. It sounded like
Luffy's voice is just not. It's just not it.
It's not good, bro.
It doesn't.
It's never been it. Like.
I think also the go-karting scene or the racing scene with One Piece was very
that was fun.
That was really fun. I had a lot of fun watching that.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Also has the best intro. I think it's the best intro of all films.
To start the movie where they bodied in pirates.
That was excellent.
Fire.
I don't know. Stampede's intro got me really high.
Oh, with Blackbeard,
all the different characters.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
You might be on the
Stampede. I think Stampede.
Stampede
The problem with Stampede is that it ended horribly.
Yes.
But like the beginning
Peak
to the middle, it was like holy fucking shit. Like what am I watching right now? I was losing my mind in the theater.
Yo.
Right? When Bullet was fucking whooping everybody.
Folding.
I was like,
wearing up on everyone.
I was like, oh my God. Then all of a sudden, he decides to just turn this giant mecha CGI fuck and just waits. I'm like, what the fuck is this? That killed the movie for me.
It did.
I couldn't do it.
That did not have to happen.
It didn't. He didn't have to do that. And then turning like this big fucking just boss, just waiting for them to attack him. I mean, Hancock's moment was.
It's like watching the episode of
that was crazy.
Watching the episode of the Power Rangers. He didn't have to get big.
He didn't have to get big.
No, the entire theater when Hancock started like zooming towards Bullet.
That was crazy because she's like,
what the
she took off, bro. I was like, hold up.
Oh my God.
I saw people stand up in their seats like, wait a minute.
I was like, hold on, Hancock.
After that scene,
I said,
Hancock power stealing,
but low key
crazy.
Low key the entire time, I'm like, all right, Kind, you gonna do something? You gonna have a kind of do something? But I'm like, you can't. I'm like, you can't, right?
I can't because everything's like, over. Everything's over.
If you got Bullet bodying all these supernova, if you got a Kainu pull up over there, it's kind of like
it's game over.
But they did that in Film Gold too.
With
they had a Kainu in Film Gold also.
Did they?
Yeah, yeah, just not doing anything. Yeah, I'm just.
Remember that Sabo Rob Lucci teaser?
That was good though. I was here for that.
That was fucking trash. Come on. That was trash. That was just a trailer.
That was so annoying.
Damn.
I hated that shit, bro.
Hey, it fits my agenda, you know. Lucci first commander level.
Here we go. Bless you.
That's all I'm saying. I'll be proven right.
There?
I'll be proven right. I don't care. I don't care if you don't believe me. I'll be proven.
I'm not mad at it because he's in canon a prodigy.
Is what I said. I told you, Virgo.
Based on where the story's been going, he has been growing. He has been growing.
He went up. He's
part of CP0.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So Oda is showing that he's progressing as well. And he was just as strong as Luffy back then.
I'm just saying.
Facts.
I don't know.
Again,
I don't think it's crazy.
How old is Rob Lucci?
I don't think Luffy has been pushed to a greater extreme besides his fight with Lucci until maybe Katakuri. And even
until Monet.
Katakuri?
Maybe.
Until Monet.
30.
Cap.
Get your man, Jay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, yeah, what was maybe Katakuri? Katakuri definitely pushed this.
I mean, he did. I know, but
he got beat to sleep for several chapters.
Yeah, but it's like for me, it's like that final.
We started seeing double, man.
That final Rokogan really should have put him out. Like he should not have survived that. That Rokogan should have killed Luffy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that for the first time actually really shook because the first one was devastating, and then he like wrapped him up and got him again. I was like, ooh,
yeah.
This is
the thing is that final Dice
good.
Mochi after Luffy's insides were falling out, that should have put him out.
Oh, the Dice Mochi where he slammed him into the ground.
He slammed him into the ground and created this fucking giant crater. Luffy just got right back up.
Hey man, shonen MCs. What are we gonna do?
That resilience, man.
What are we gonna do?
Resilience.
It's Usopp speech.
Resilience.
The Usopp speech was amazing. Very, very good.
It was great. It was a great moment.
It was good.
I went back. I was actually looking at
home together,
rereading Ennis Lobby, not the Viz, but in the it was like a colored version.
The colored version.
It was Usopp told Luffy. He's like, come on, get up. It's not like this is hell or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luffy was like, yeah, this isn't hell. So, and then like it made me think of like what he said in this recent chapter.
I've been held back a few times.
Yeah.
And that's also a reference to Impelled Down.
True.
Right.
True.
Where he was literally
in hell. Yeah.
Literally in hell.
Yeah.
Multiple hells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Luffy's been. I mean, I think Marineford was hell
That's
too.
why One Piece is so good that we can just reference so
That's a
many
different
things
type of
from
hell.
Previous chapters and previous episodes, like this always comes full circle. It's so dope. Great story.
I actually think Impelled Down is underrated as an arc. I'm not gonna.
I like Impelled Down.
I used to think that, Jay.
Oh, really?
But I think people are coming around. A lot more people are saying Impelled Down is in their top 5 to top 10. A lot more people are coming around to that fact, and I think it is.
Yeah,
it's a very
Impelled Down is
a play moment.
Yes, it's very.
Hold on, John boy.
I love Impelled Down.
And what I liked about Impelled Down was that at the end of it, Magellan still undefeated.
Bro, Magellan is
Magellan's top tier,
top 5.
I mean, like
I
remember like watching it. I'm like, they can't beat this guy.
They can't.
There's no way.
Luffy could not beat Magellan.
There's no way they're beating this guy.
and beating Impelled Down was a moment because it was a who's who of who's going to show up next.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
Everybody was coming back.
Yeah, it was, man, seeing all of them mobilize and come together just to run away from Magellan. I'm like, holy shit. And then that Blackbeard showing up and Blackbeard trying to have a quick chat. Hydra!
folded him.
He didn't want to talk.
He didn't even think. He didn't even think.
Bro, I love that moment so much because that's what we want from our villains, where it's like, no fucking talking.
Yeah,
just do some shit.
Just get folded.
And get the job done. Get the job done.
Folded all of them at the same time.
I think the fact that Sengoku was like, yo, you better make sure Magellan does not kill himself because we do not have niggas stronger than Magellan out here. Do not let him do that.
He said, wait, hold on.
He took it personally. Magellan took it personally.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute.
I remember when everybody was like hyping up Ivankov faced Magellan.
Magellan folded Ivankov quick.
Did not go
folded. Bodies down.
Did not go well at all.
The trail of bodies.
Just a literal trail.
Just trail of bodies.
I like Magellan.
Trail of bodies.
I like Magellan a lot, man. I would like to see him outside of Impelled Down. I'm not gonna lie.
I would,
but
you think we go back eventually? Like Von Clay can't be staying in jail the whole time, right? For the rest of the story.
Probably. I would think
that's a character that should have died.
Oh,
unless Oda breaks him out for the final war where he joins Luffy.
Yo, I saw somebody on Twitter said that Bon Clay the one breaking out Dofi.
Bon Clay's gonna break out Dofi.
Bon Clay's breaking out from Major. I'm like, what is why?
Wow, but that's not a bad theory.
What?
Jay?
Why would he help Dofi?
Jay?
Virgo, get your man.
And that's it. I said I'm done. I'm closing the stream. It's gotta go. We gotta close the stream. All right.
He said that's not a bad theory.
Oh
why was Bon Clay breaking Dofi out of jail?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. It was not me. I didn't.
Luffy's like, I need you, Bon Clay. You gotta break somebody out for me.
I mean, Dofi's definitely going to be involved in
Gucci
has to be opportunity to pull a crocodile part.
He'd probably narrate what's going on. That'd be epic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like for Dofi, I just don't know what he would do now. Like he's kind of been stripped of everything that kind of made him special. Not special, not everything.
Still
but
got that knowledge though.
I mean,
does.
the knowledge
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
national
Not to mention the secret he knows. We still need to hear that.
Yeah.
He wants to see them burn. That's it. If he comes back, that's the only reason why.
If Dofi comes back, this is hypothetical. Out of all the pirates that are out here, who would he ally with?
Dofi?
See, it's tough. Initially, I always thought Blackbeard.
Kaido's about to
But no, but you have the Willa D thing. He hates the D's. See that's why.
Does he know his real? Does he know his real name? Is
Marshall D. Teach?
Yeah, Marshall D. Teach.
Is that on his bounty poster?
It comes down to whether he hates the D more than he hates the Celestial Dragons.
Facts.
He hates 100%. He hates the D more.
I think he's Celestial Dragons more, to be honest with you, man.
Oh, I mean,
I think he hates them both equally.
I'm not sure.
Up to his motives.
Dofi and
Because
Crocodile team up.
the Dragons didn't let him back in.
They did not, but at the same
they
time,
denied
Yeah,
him.
but the D's.
The D's is God's natural enemy, and he acknowledges that. But for him, he wants to see the Celestial Dragons burn.
Yeah,
That's his
Blackbeard and
goal.
Dofi together. That would be
He wants to
tough.
see them burn, yet he used his own status as I don't know.
He's into. I mean, he's gonna use what he has, right? Where it's
As
like
a
he's
crutch.
Celestial Dragon.
Yeah,
yeah, and he just uses the information he has against them, but he doesn't like those fucks.
Yeah,
you know, like he still has PTSD from all that shit. Nah, he fucking hates.
yeah, he got fucking crucified. Basically.
Yeah,
aggressive, but true.
He did. What do you mean?
No,
Aggressive?
I'm saying what they did was aggressive, not you.
If he came back, say
I'm saying
what
they did was aggressive.
You know what'd be cool?
Correct, got you.
Is him getting broken out, right? We don't see who does it. Then when Dofi shows back up, he's actually with Crocodile.
That would be wild.
Because remember Crocodile, he's been there.
Yeah.
Right? And so for him, he can maneuver that, and it kind of brings everything full circle when Dofi is like, yo, do you want to work together?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, he made it look easy.
I won't work under you, yeah.
Yeah, and then now he'd be kind of him and Crocodile working together, where more of a partnership as opposed to Crocodile being his underling. I think that'd be cool.
Chad Wallen saying Dofi in 4.5. They gotta chill, bro.
Relax.
I gotta chill.
If he is, he's putting some work in though.
Rago, what?
Just saying.
What does that mean? What's that mean?
He's an alpha. He's an alpha, man.
Rago,
he's not a bottom. Is that what you say, King?
Not before somebody clips that. Just no.
What do you mean by that? Nah, but this has been a great stream, guys. I had a lot of fun.
It's been a phenomenal stream.
A lot of theories, lots of One Piece talk. It's been a One Piece heavy stream. So I mean, obviously it's a One Piece theme stream, but you know what I mean. We didn't get sidetracked to wild stuff until Violet Myers and Sarah J got. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. But this is.
You know how it goes.
I just want to give Mr. King and Mr. Randy, guys, thank you so much for being guests on the show. Do you have anything that you want to leave with us? Last minute plugs, anything that you want to plug before we close the stream?
Plug.
Check my channel out. Thank you for having me.
Of course. ImDKing. I always say ImDKing. It's ImDKing. ImDKing. Yes.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you choose that name?
That's actually a good question.
ImDKing. So it's a joke on Emu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the king of the world.
The king of the world. ImDKing. Yeah.
Okay.
Some people think it's just me saying I'm the king, but yeah.
What Jay fucking says.
That's funny.
Randy, what about you? How do you?
So
what about you, Randy?
Oh man!
Oh, it's Invincible out,
dope, man.
What
new episode is out.
If the new episode's out, I'm definitely gonna stream Invisible right after this. But Randy, your name. I need this backstory.
Oh, you were serious?
So yeah.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
My mom, right? She was like, you know what?
Come on, man.
Jay, I thought it was.
Come on, Randy.
Okay.
I can't tell who's serious or not. Jay, are you serious?
Wait, he wants a backstory to his name.
I'm just saying. So okay, you know what, bro? We're gonna let it go.
Well, right? I assumed his name was Randy.
Me too.
You never know.
So like, so Jay, when you say you want a backstory?
Okay, so the question is, do you think my name is Jay?
Yeah.
But it's not.
Not Jay, but Jay something like Jayster or something.
Jayster.
No.
Jameson.
Jameson. No.
Jayster Jameson.
No. My name.
I thought that's what you said. Nah. You changed it?
No.
Damn.
No. Oh yeah, hey. Jason. People think my name is Jason, like Jason Tatum. Stop it. Javarius Willard Smith. All right, I like that. Oh man, but anything you want to plug, Randy, before we close the stream out?
I mean, I got my channel. You know, it's all for fun. I got memes, and you know, apparently I have early spoilers.
There you go.
I don't read the spoilers, but you know.
5-head, bro.
People come for them. It's all fun, man. I appreciate you. You know, hit me up to do this. You know, my introduction to you, Jay, was that that Blackbeard video you did where you were laughing as Blackbeard.
Of course, everyone's like, Jay, I remember you from the Blackbeard video. I'm like, damn. I mean,
nah. Here, I found Jay.
Did that predate your YouTube channel?
That was before. Was it? It was after.
It was after.
It was after my YouTube channel.
Right.
No.
See, I saw Jay on a King of Lightning stream where he put 47-year-old Big Mom top 15. And I was like, I gotta subscribe to this dude.
Yes, sir. Yo, I'm telling you, 47 big. Yo, people don't know. Big MILF, Big Mom. People don't know. She was a baddie. I keep telling people that.
Yeah, my introduction to Jay was very crazy. It was like a video on YouTube where he was actually twerking.
Yo, here we go. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, please.
It's still here. Like, if you guys want me to say the video.
That was on his old channel before it got taken down.
Before it got taken down.
With his real name.
Clipped it. We clipped
Jayster. That's on the Jayster
channel. That's how so he's trying to, you know, hide from that persona, but we don't forget.
I don't like this nigga at all, bro.
You think of the Ritz-Carlton. It's like, what?
The Ritz-Carlton. All right, nigga, whatever. But nah, Virgo, what happened, man? Why is your camera off? I think
you heard his feelings.
He actually peaced out.
Yeah.
All right, so
he's like, I'm not even gonna see you.
He's going too.
It
was great. When I was looking at that, it looked can you hear me? You actually swatted it away.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Nah, we can't hear you, bro.
My fucking laptop died, bro.
Everything died now.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't you have it plugged in?
Get your man.
Long story, not enough outlets for the fucking charger. Whatever.
Not enough outlets.
I have a lot of shit plugged up.
I feel like there's a solution.
Yeah, I feel like
yes, and yes, there's an extension cord. I don't want to go into it.
Solutions.
A lot of stuff plugged in.
A lot of stuff plugged up. I don't know what you want me to fucking say.
Whatever you say, bro. I'm not gonna question you. All right, you got it.
I know you better not.
You beat me. I lost. I got it.
Big bad.
Beat you?
Stop, please.
Brago, come on, man.
Brago, anything?
Asking questions.
Any closing remarks, Brago?
Oh no, thank you for having me, Jayster. I appreciate it.
This nigga.
Please, this can't
Had
carry.
A good time. ImDKing and Randy, good to talk to you guys, man. Hopefully we can do this again.
For sure.
Hopefully,
I'm down for it.
I get my peaches out in Georgia. What I gotta say?
Getting your what out in Georgia?
Peaches.
You gonna camp up Virgo before we leave, or you just gonna hide from the audience?
Oh, we good.
All right.
Camera down.
I'm gonna put out an application for the next Henny Cool Brother. Virgo has disappointed me the entire time here. So
yet again,
you know,
nigga, what do you want from me, bro?
So now he want to be on cam. That's crazy. It's crazy. Everything's different.
What do you want, bro?
Nah, don't talk.
Kind of glitching out right now, though.
What do you want, bro?
It's all right, bro. You got it.
Bro,
But
just It's fine, bro. Just get Violet Myers. You good.
Listen, leave me alone. Anywho, thanks everybody. Appreciate you all, and we will catch you on the next episode of Henny Cool Brothers on Virgo's channel. Also, I will be streaming Invincible literally 15 minutes after this, so wait 15 minutes, come back to Twitch, we'll be watching Invincible.
Bro, how dare you plug yourself on your own